from the shadowed foothills of the Alberta Rocky Mountains, where the pines stand silent under star-filled skies, and the peaks hide secrets older than time itself. This is Tommy Temper, After Dark. Good evening, or good morning, wherever the darkness finds you tonight across this vast, strange world of ours. We're coming to you live from a place where the veil is thin, where UFOs drift silently above the tree line, where UAPs blink in and out of radar, where the whispers of aliens, the occult, ghost, Bigfoot, cryptids, and things that should not be still walk among us. This is Tommy Temper, After Dark. And we're just getting started. Welcome, friends. Let's see what's out there.
Welcome. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show After Dark. Got some interesting footage for you coming from the world of UFOs. We were just watching the upscaled version of a UFO. Very interesting. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. We've got Herman coming in from the UK. We got Roast Wars in there, looking good. As the room fills up here, going live takes about an hour before the room to fill up completely. So we'll just kind of take it one person at a time. But thanks a lot for joining us here tonight. We're streaming vertical and horizontal on YouTube. So come on over to the horizontal for the full effect. You'll be able to see more on the horizontal feed. So just click on my name if you're watching on the vertical, and come on over to the horizontal. Good to see you all. Was on Boss's podcast there earlier, talking to Roast Wars and Boss. Good to see you in here. Let me just make sure that we're picking up our feed from the right place here. Hang on. Let me just go over to the horizontal feed and just make sure that our chat is actually coming from there. Yeah, looks good. Excellent. I'll give myself a thumbs up. Hey, give us a thumbs up. Show hasn't started yet, but if you give us a thumbs up, we'll get more people piling in here, get a bigger audience. Let me just throw a couple switches in the background here, just because when you go live like I do without a a warning or a timer, but I just go live, then what happens is I have to go in the back end to the channel content, find the actual stream, and then throw a few switches on there just to keep everyone in order, in line on the stream. Looks good, looks good. We're going to hand out a couple of wrenches here today. Hand out a wrench to our good friend Herman the Tosser. And yeah, come on over to the horizontal stream. And Kenny, come on over to the horizontal stream. I think you're watching on the vertical. And just hang on a second. I just have to throw on, like I said, a couple of switches here to make it a little bit better here. There we go. Got that one done. And let me just go over to the other one. If a mod could go in and turn on comments after 1 minute, that would be great on both my horizontal and the vertical feed. That would be really good. Thank you very much. I'm just doing some other back end work here. Get the show on the road. There we go. Looking good. A few more people popping in there. 12th man coming in off grid up there in Alaska. Railroad popping in. Good to see you all. Looking good. Looking good. Thanks a lot for popping in. Big ups to everyone. Yeah, Roast Wars in there. Let's see. Yeah, I think you came in from the vertical there, Roast Wars. So just click on my name and then you'll see there's 2 streams running on YouTube, and pick the one that's horizontal. And that one will be a little bit better for you. You'll be able to see a little bit more than what you can see on the vertical. Vertical is kind of limited to somewhat, but oh well, so what? Can't win them all. This is an interesting piece of footage here. Check this out. This is actually artificial intelligence. It's but it's a bit that somebody did showing what a crashed UFO might actually look like. So yeah, check this one out here. Kind of neat looking. We'll just start things off with that. Let me put myself in here if I can. There we go. Okay, we're in here. Okay, let me turn that music down a little bit and get her going here. Okay, check this out. This is artificial intelligence, but this is what a crashed UFO recovery site might actually look like. Kind of cool. Roast Wars. What's up? Yeah. What is up? Not too much. It's just late night. Full reboot. Okay, this is a couple of different kind of UFOs that might be recovered. There's another one. So somebody did a bunch of AI renderings of what something might look like. So pretty realistic looking, but it's not real. But it does look pretty cool. Whether it's real or not, it's still looks pretty good. You can hear a backup noise there from a truck. But yeah, pretty cool looking stuff here. You had to reboot. Wow, not good. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Just for a start off there, looking good. Okay, here's a good one. I don't know if you recognize this guy at all here. This is a guy by the name of Bob Lazar. And he's very well known in the realm of UFOs. He apparently went to our Area 51. Now, this is many years ago. And he had a job, right? He got hired for a job. And it was like classified. And they ended up taking him to Area 51 to some hangar in that area. And where they were reverse engineering a crashed UFO. And he came out with his story after his being in there, and apparently, got in trouble with the government and that kind of stuff for revealing what had happened. But let's listen to a bit of his story here.
How far in the future do you estimate that craft was to what we're doing at the present time?
Well, I've heard other people estimate things like that, saying, well, it's 1,000 or 10,000 years in advanced of our technology, and I don't really find that to be the case. All I really find to be the case is probably a technology that's about 100 or 200 years in advance of us, and the only reason being is because they stumbled upon a device, a machine that can actually make gravity, that can produce gravitational waves. Now, this is something that our science and physics knows. We know what gravity is. We know how it works, but we really just observe it. We don't understand it, and we certainly...
Yeah, that's one thing, is that he had like access to the UFO, and he said that it was some sort of a anti-gravity propulsion that propelled it, and he's talking about that a little bit here.
Certainly don't have a machine that can create a gravitational wave, and because they've developed this, they have a unique propulsion system, and that has a lot of offshoot possibilities and other uses. Also, the power source is fairly unique. We know of its existence. There is a total annihilation reaction we know of. The 3 atomic reactions we know of are fission, as you see in an atomic bomb, fusion, as you see in a hydrogen bomb, and we're currently trying to make a fusion reactor to provide power cleanly. And we also know there's a total annihilation reaction, which is a extremely, virtually 100% efficient reaction that we're really haven't even begun to do any research with. But here are these systems in place operating, and it really didn't look that far in advance of what we were.
Well,
Wow. So apparently he knew that we were pretty close to having this anti-gravity type of propulsion. In fact, I'm even thinking that maybe they have actually discovered or whatever, reverse engineered these craft and have actually, used that type of propulsion for some vehicles. Of course, it's not known to us here. We see, jets and things using usual fuel, but there is a possibility that the government is working on things like that, and that they might be testing things like that, and maybe those tests that they're doing are part of what people are actually seeing and thinking that they're UFOs, but meanwhile, it could be reverse engineered technology from crashed UFOs that they're now implementing into craft that is being flown right now. Looks like it could skip across a lake, says Railroaded. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a flying saucer, all right. Okay, here's a kind of a neat looking one. This one, there's a couple of different secondary photos on this one here. Let me just rewind it here. Actually, I'll just let it run. Okay, but let's get it going here. Okay, you can see this one here. It looks like there's some kind of an alien being, skinny alien being that looks a little bit skinnier and taller than everybody else there. You can see it walking across there, and then a UFO above it. That is kind of an interesting one. It says here, recently, genuine photographs were released showing infrared images below of a reverse engineered triangular UFO flying over Area 51, captured by a man. So you've got some things on the right there that are really hard to, you can see on the top photograph, some kind of a triangular UFO. Then you've got the one on the left that shows an alien walking amongst men there with a UFO hovering above them. So that's kind of a little bit weird. A little bit strange right there. Is that a UFO? Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know. Again, don't give me a strike for saying this stuff is real. False information, fake information, whatever. We don't know if UFOs are real or not. There's an awful lot of fake stuff out there on the internet, but we're just bringing up and showing you some things that we have found out there, and take it with a grain of salt as to whether it's CGI or AI or real. It may be real. You never know. We're not perpetuating myths or anything, but just doing some investigation of stuff that's out there on the internet, whether it's real or not. It doesn't matter. It's just interesting footage of UFOs, or purported UFOs, I should actually say. Okay, let's look at another one here. This one here is a video of a classic UFO. And this is actually kind of interesting looking. Check this one out. It's actually this one here looks like a bit of vintage, a little bit more of a vintage video here, and it looks like a traditional type of a UFO. Flies over the building. Looks like something like legs or feet, or I don't know, something underneath it there. Look kind of weird. Almost like either the craft itself is rotating or something. That's pretty strange looking. 7 bottles of beer in the wall. Bikinis allowed. Truth, booze, and trolls. Yeah, best thing to do is don't talk about anybody. Otherwise, they'll get riled up and it'll perpetuate itself. If you don't if you're bugged by somebody on the internet, just don't talk about them. And obviously they'll stop talking about you and they'll move on to somebody else, because otherwise, if you guys keep at each other on the internet, then it just goes on forever. Let's see. Let's get this one on here. Okay. This one here looks almost like an upside down UFO. It's kind of strange. And it's shot out of an airplane. And it looks like it's just stationary, hovering in the air. Weird. Hello, if you're watching on Facebook or X or YouTube. Good to see everyone in there. We're broadcasting today on 3 different platforms. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and give us a share out if you can share us to a different forum or channel or group or whatever. We appreciate that. Yeah, I heard about that. What was it? Tumbler Ridge, where there were 10 people shot by a what appears to be a man-woman type person. I don't know if you saw that part of it there at all. But yeah, it was a mass shooting in a school. I forget how many, 6 people died in that school, which is just terrible. Not really keen on stuff like that. But I did do some sharing of stuff like that on Facebook about that event. So that was pretty sad to hear. Tumbler Ridge, BC, where there was a school shooting. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw one article that it might be a man-woman type person that did it, so to speak, which is pretty sad. I don't know what's with those people where they're just lashing out at everyone. Seems like a lot of that stuff is happening by people like that. Not great. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. UFOs exist. Oh yeah. This guy's here is on the lookout for things that are UFO-ish, alien-ish, with things of days gone by. Like that and that. Old paintings. Alien, that looks like an alien spacecraft. The Dalahala. The Dalahala. Yeah, there's also a lot of ancient pictures that can't easily be explained other than, hey, it's a UFO. Yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, move me back into frame here. Okay, we've got this this one here. Let me just rewind it right to the very beginning so we can check it out. Now, this one here, yeah, you can see the UFO right in the dead center of your screen. Looks like a little white dot. And it's kind of moving towards us, towards the camera. You can see that little dot. It's not a great video of a UFO, but it appears to be taken from a drone or something like that. You can see the drone camera is attempting to follow it there. And it's coming closer and closer. Right there, you're getting a better look of it. Okay, it's crossing the road. Keeps on going. You can see it better when there's a black background. She couldn't keep my name out of her mouth. Uh-oh. Who's that? Mossad. Who's that was talking about you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, what else is new? Well, yeah, the same with me. Can't keep my name out either. That's why I'm just not talking about. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you heard the not the last time I was live, but the time before, I had a panel going on there, and it was like da 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 da, on and on and on and on, and it's always like the same thing too. So it is what it is. So this is kind of a long video. It's obviously shot with the drone, and he's looking down at the ground, and there's some kind of a weird, really tiny orb or something, a little white light, and then I think he finally loses it or something there. Yeah, it pretty much ends right about there. But anyways, yeah, kind of interesting stuff here. Here's one. Let's see about this one here. Hang on. Let me just bring this one in here. We've got a bit of commentary on this one.
They're calling it the jellyfish UFO. And it was a video taken by the U.S. military intelligence in 2018 in Iraq. They were tracking this thing, and they could only see it with a thermal camera. This drone that was tracking it, they have the capability of locking in
jellyfish
on, like a tire of a car, like shooting out a tire of a car from 27 miles away. This giant thing that was floating, they said they literally couldn't lock onto it.
Oh, wow.
But it kept on going like white, black, like it was getting hot and cold, hot and cold. And then he said it went out over the water, dove into the water.
Oh my gosh.
Holy.
Was under the water for 17 minutes.
Bin City in
Came
house.
out, then shot off in the blink of an eye at a 45-degree angle. They said that they had these hanging arms. It looked to have scales on it.
Ew.
Past month,
Look at that.
something appeared in California, but it looked super similar.
Almost looks like some kind of a
What is that?
Does that not
balloon
look like
or
6
something.
wings, 2 of which cover the feet?
Dude, it does.
but they said that you could only see it with infrared, which is that's unusual.
It's weird that we're just now seeing these types of shapes too. I wonder if there's any old footage that we can like confirm, like from the 60s or something like that.
Yeah.
Like of people seeing stuff.
Yeah, well, in days gone by, they didn't really have infrared, or readily accessible to the public anyway, as you do today. So yeah, it's a little bit different, but yeah, who knows? But that's interesting. Well, it's like I've said that some of these UFOs might be from like the fourth dimension, the dimension that we can't readily see, but they might be shifting between, let's say, the fourth dimension and the third dimension, or somewhere in between, and we can only see it in this case with infrared, and otherwise not with your naked eye. Interesting thoughts about that. That's where people, have seen stuff like this, and are now able to capture it, or that before you couldn't see it, and now you can see it with the infrared. Okay, here's an interesting one here. Let's see. Look at that craft. That's pretty crazy. It's like it's shot out of an aircraft, flying right beside the aircraft. Yeah, that's wild. That's a pretty good shot, though, of a UFO. Looks pretty realistic. Here's something, a UFO seen during a hockey broadcast on Disney. This is kind of interesting here. Let's watch this a couple times. There you can see it going across the sky. Kind of strange. What is it? Is that a UFO? Well, obviously they don't think it's an airplane. It just looks like some kind of an orb or disc or something. And it looks like it's flying, not floating, but moving at some kind of speed across the sky. That's pretty good. That's excellent. Excellent shot of something in color. Very well done. Okay, next up is another little comment by Bob Lazar. Let's listen to this one here. See what this one is about here with Bob Lazar. Again, he's the guy that did some research in Area 51 and reconstructing the UFO.
About that thing, period. But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion?
I want to go back to the religion thing. I want you to say it.
Oh, come on, that's so weird. That's a lie.
I'm not asking you to say what you believe to be a fact. I'm asking you to say what you read in a report that that is distributed at what may be the most top secret facility in the world. Okay.
All right, I'll say it. It's so far out.
All right, your objection has been noted.
Okay.
What does it say?
That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers.
Containers of?
Containers. Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the documents. That religion was specifically created, so we have some rules and regulations for the sole purpose of not damaging the containers. The souls.
What?
Meaning, well, the souls or the bodies, or whatever. That's
Meaning like we're
So what he's saying is that he was told that the aliens consider human beings as being containers, and religion. And I believe what he's saying about religion, because religion, pretty much, if you believe in religion, teaches you to be a good person, not to cause harm to yourself or cause harm to anybody else, to preserve the container that you're in.
We're containers for souls that they're going to use at some other point.
right.
And that they had something to do with different prophets and biblical figures.
Yes.
What?
Well, that supposedly Jesus and two other beings were genetically engineered. They were implanted in people on Earth in biblical times, and their births were closely monitored. Now, just some little connections to that my wife had brought.
If you believe the theory of Adam and Eve could have been placed on the earth by some aliens, and is it the aliens that came up with our religion? I don't know, but some of the ancient paintings that you see have, like we were looking at there earlier, what look to be ancient UFOs or aircraft or something that they possibly came in. It's, I don't think you can put to rest the business of aliens and say, carte blanche, no, it's fake. It didn't happen. You know, it's just ain't gonna happen or didn't happen. You know what I mean?
So fake news.
Hang on. Oh, jeez. Got too much on the go here. But it didn't happen. Like I was saying, fake news, something like that.
It's called fake news. Fake news. You are fake news. It's all fake news. Fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
We'll leave it to Trump.
It's all fake news.
That's right.
That were in the Bible, they said that the star had followed Mary wherever she went, and you know that all UFO sightings always start out as people, well, gee, that looks like a bright star, and well, in fact, they said in the Bible, the brightest star in the sky followed her where she went, and it just made little connections like that. Okay, I don't know what else to touch on.
Yeah, coming up with stuff like that, where story of Jesus and the Mary and the bright star and the three wise men. Could be. You never know. You know, and we're chalking it up to being pretty much just the way it is, and not thinking about reasons for how it might have happened. Let's listen to Joe Rogan. What does Joe Rogan have to say about UFOs? He seems to like talking about this subject as well. He seems to get some pretty good guests on there. Some of the guests he get are, you know, with some of the stuff with the pyramids and things like that are a little bit off base. But let's hear what he has to say about this.
Dan made this new documentary, The Age of Disclosure, which is excellent. It's one of the very best documentaries on the whole UAP, UFO phenomenon that I think I've ever seen. And there's no real footage in it, maybe a couple minutes of footage of like the Go Fast or the gimbal. But really, most of what it's about is high-level intelligence operatives explaining what they know. And
Extremely
what they've been
high
told.
level.
Yes.
People like Woolsey and James Clapper, like these guys
Yes.
who are like DNI level, like overseeing all of the intel agencies.
Wow.
Brennan, you know,
I feel like I'm
all
in a
these people.
spacecraft
And
today.
Marco
Presidents,
Rubio, to his credit, I think his involvement was huge. You know, because it's the
Fish in
current
there.
administration, his involvement, and his
Oop.
urgency.
Yeah, you're right.
Schumer,
I like UFO.
Rubio, all those guys are like, look, a bunch of freaking high-level officers came to us, and either they're crazy or the shit's real.
Most of these people at some point, or maybe even currently, have held very high clearances and high positions within our government.
So this is one of the things that Dan and I talked about. He firmly believes that both the United States and China has retrieved these crashed vehicles, and that they are also in this back engineering program. They're in a back engineering program of their own, and there is a race. And he, you know, people talk about it like it's the Manhattan Project on steroids. But I've heard that.
Yeah, but if there is a race, are they trying to reverse engineer the same craft? Did the same craft crash over in China and crash over in USA? You know, and from what we've seen of the unknown, there's so many different types of UFOs. You know, like look like a pill bottle or an orb or a traditional UFO or a triangle or things like that. And obviously, they'd be probably reverse engineering two different styles or types or whatever of UFOs. So yeah, I wonder what each country could potentially be coming up with, and who is going to reverse? Like he says, there's a race going on. Who's going to reverse engineer something first? While this has been going on for years and years and years, and so far, I haven't heard or seen of anything, you know, physical that we can say here it is. This is the reverse engineered craft.
That about AI too, right? But which might also be true, and they might also be connected in some way.
Yeah.
I think what Rubio is concerned with is that China develops this technology first, and the only way that the United States is really going to catch up is if we open this up.
Yeah. Open it up. Open it up to more companies investigating this stuff, rather than just keeping it secret and just bringing in people like Bob Lazar, like outsiders once in a while to try and, and then you don't really have one company trying to reverse engineer an entire craft, but it appears like people from different organizations are sent in to look or delve into a certain little bit of the UFO and to try and reverse engineer one little bit of it, but not the entire thing. And they're kind of keeping it secret from the people that are even reverse engineering things so that they don't know the whole picture. Like Bob Lazar did spill the beans on what they know about what's going on, which is, kind of an exception. Nobody else has really said anything about what's going on. So yeah, it's an ongoing story, and we'll have to keep our eyes and ears on this one. That's for sure.
I was on the night shift, so that, and it was foggy, and so that kind of appeared like a dome over me. You could probably see 30, 40 feet from where the guard shack was. And I could see the missile site behind me, but if I looked straight ahead, I just saw a wall of fog. Basically, the sergeant had come and delivered a lunch, which had been 2:00 in the morning on average if you're night shift. And so the timing would have been right around 2:00 because the sergeant had just left. And so I'm sitting there, and next thing I know, I see this shadow in the fog. I'm looking ahead and I see the shadow, and
it looks like a person there. Look at that.
Which appeared to be a man or humanoid figure, emerged from the fog. And I thought, well, what the heck? Did the sergeant walk back and is, and that's my first thing. Well, the sergeant walked back, and I couldn't figure why. But then the next thing, this figure kept coming towards me. Now it had like a trench coat on.
Really?
Very similar to the raincoats that were issued to the officers. And he had a cap on, which could have. So my next thing, well, I wonder if that's some officer checking up on me. But as it got closer, I realized this was not what it was. And I could feel it in my mind. I mean, it was like it started grabbing
in your mind.
And I became really frightened. And as it approached me, I tried to pull my pistol. We had 38 police as part of our gear, and I tried to pull my pistol, and my right arm was paralyzed. I couldn't
paralyzed.
Move.
Wow.
I could move my body, but I couldn't move my arm, and I became more.
That would be freaky.
And it became closer to me. Something I can't see the face in my brain. If I try to see this face, I can't see it. It's a blank. But whatever it was terrifying me. And whatever it was had control of at least my right arm. And I was standing just outside the shack, and I backed into the shack, just instinctively, I guess. And I got myself back to the back of the shack, and there was nowhere else to go. And the figure was continued coming towards me.
Wow.
And there was a shelf at the back. There was a telephone on there, and it was just a shelf. And I can remember distinctly pushing my back into that shelf and trying to push the back of the shack out. I was like a rat caught in a trap. And the terror was just, I couldn't describe how I was just terrified. The next thing I know, I'm out, and I don't know if I passed out or it's just blank at that point. So then I come to, and I'm inside this. It's a circular room. I'm not going to call it craft because I didn't see
in
it
the UFO
outside, but I'm in this circular room, and I'm on my knees, and there's.
Oh no! This is the part where he gets probed. I don't know if I want to hear this.
2.5, 3 foot circle that's clear. You could see through it, and there's this figure on my right hand side, and
is
Uh-oh.
communicating with me. Don't look at me. Don't look over here. Just look
Don't
through
look.
the circle.
Don't look now.
And you know, it's weird because it's not words. You know what it wants. It's like it's
Psychic.
very definitely a command, but it's not in words. But you know what?
Mental
You know, I don't know if
telepathy.
people have this psychic thought process or anything like that. But one thing that it was not words. It was just I knew I was not to look at him. You know, just look at this circle.
Show me your papers.
So I'm looking at the circle, and what you see initially is just this gray fog, basically. One things I noticed at the time is that I would expect a breeze or something cold to be coming through, and it wasn't. It was like there was a barrier, but it wasn't like glass. It was just clear.
Freaky.
And all of a sudden, this kind of clears away like clouds splitting.
In the UFO.
And there's a post about 100 yards down the street on the opposite side of the room. Now I'm on site D5, and this is site D11, which is across the street down there. I was familiar with the site. I know which one it was. Easily identifiable by the side of the street and the orientation. And it's just getting light, and I could see this truck pull up to the gate, and it had it was a flatbed truck, a long flatbed truck. It had a lot of long pipes on it, and the guard came over to the right side of the truck, and obviously was getting ID or checking with whoever was driving. Went over, opened the gate, let the truck in, and then the clouds closed up. And so I'm still looking through this hole, and I'm still just keep looking through the hole. And I kind of raised my eyes to look around without looking over. And there were opposite me about 6, 7 feet away were these 4 figures sitting on a bench. And I could see that the wall of the craft, well, I'll call it a craft now, I could see that the bench was just a continuation of the material of whatever the wall was. And whatever lighting was in there, the figures were silhouetted, like the light source was behind or from the wall, but very, very consistent. I mean, there wasn't like bright lights or anything. Effectively, the room was pretty dark. So the figures seemed silhouetted.
Okay, I'll bring you up, spin right after this little segment here.
It appeared to me like a baby. It had a large head and smaller body, disproportionate. The eyes were discernible because they were darker than the skin features or whatever. A lot of people say they were, these creatures or beings, whatever, were some sort of suit or something like that. I couldn't really tell that. Basically a silhouette with just slight features available. And there were 2 on one side and 2 on the other side with a space in between that I took to be some sort of door out of this room or something like that. And that's about it. I mean, that's next thing I know, I'm I'm laying on the floor of the guard shack. There's like a little porch right in front of the door to the guard shack, and I'm laying with my feet off the porch on the ground, and this being is sitting on the porch and has my head in its lap. And it's saying to me, it's communicating again. It's communicating, I'm sorry, we didn't mean to scare you. He says, we just, it was, we didn't mean to scare you, but we had to have access to the site. So we needed the intelligence is what I was gathering out of this form of communication, that they were just needed access to the site, and I was in the way. And so I really felt comfortable. Like, I felt like, well, this is okay. He's not going to hurt me, so I was fine, but the other thing was keep my eyes tightly shut. It did not want me to look at it or see it. Keep your eyes shut, and I apologize.
Strange.
Sorry that we scared you so much, but we needed to have access, and you were in the way.
And he says, "No, I'm going to leave, and I want you to just keep your eyes shut. Just, don't get up, don't do anything. Just stay there with your eyes shut." And he left. And I did just what he said. I laid there for maybe 15 minutes with my eyes shut. And I was glad to see him go, frankly. Then I finally got up and looked around, and the sun was just, it had come over there's a ridge of mountains behind the what we call D sector, probably quarter of a mile back. And the sun was coming up over that ridge. And if you look towards the ocean, you could see the light coming, lighting up the ocean. It was kind of a beautiful sight. And I looked over to my right, and there was a little chipmunk on the ground. And I just felt so much love for that little chipmunk, I felt like
I must have been back out of the craft by then.
one living creature to another, and the little chipmunk kind of just looked back at me and kind of scurried away.
Huh. Well, isn't that strange? That's quite the UFO abduction encounter. Okay, we got Spin City News. He's an expert on UFOs, UAPs, aliens, cryptoids, and Sasquatch, abominable snowman, and ghosts, all sorts of things. So come on up on stage, Spin City.
I am not an expert at UFOs, but I have family that it's relevant that lives out in Vegas, and they're just near Area 51, right? And I have heard some stories that there's some strange things that go bump in the night over there. So
Roger that. Yeah.
So
tell us about some of the stories that you might have heard. Anything in particular? Let's see. Queenie's in the background too. So Queenie up on stage here.
Yeah.
By.
Oh, okay.
But
well, first of all, Tommy, I want to say this, and I want to say this to your chat. I have only, just so you are aware, I have only removed one comment from your chat, and I'm sure you saw it, and it is where I was called the hard R. I don't think that that's appropriate in a chat. I have never banned anybody. I have never done anything, and that was today. It was one comment, and I timed them out like your rules are, and it stopped. But that is the only time that I have ever timed anybody out in your chat. I respect your chat. I respect you as a content creator. I have never and would never disrespect you in any way. You're a good friend, and we all have different opinions, right? So that's what I wanted to say to you. And I hope you respect me for that. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Queenie, how are you doing today?
Hi, Queenie.
Hi. I think it's really disrespectful, Tommy, that you have a supporter like Spin City and you have everybody fucking attacking him because he comes into my chat. That is very disrespectful. And I think you need to fucking give your head a fucking shake. This is exactly why we had a fallout. Because you believed all your fucking trolls in here. And you're allowing them to troll him because he comes into my chat. You got fucking that slob fucking stalker in here attacking him that has nothing to do with it after you just told her to keep my name out of her fucking mouth.
Well, yeah. The best thing to do is that if you're fighting with somebody is to ignore them, right? And then you won't.
But why are you not understanding that this chick has fucking mental issues? She can't ignore me. She goes into everybody's chat. She's leeching on to people like Slayer, fucking Fox, Cousin, All these people that I'm having issues with, she's fucking sucking their cocks. What don't you see about that? And you know what? I don't know if you saw that because I know you're a fucking creeper, but guess who came into my chat to support me?
Who came?
Colorado Pred Patrol. Yeah.
Well,
CPP Tommy.
Tito or something, so he's joining forces with you.
Not to get off subject, Tommy, but I asked you a question in the chat. Your microphone. Where did you get your microphone, if you don't mind me asking?
Where?
Yeah, where did you? Amazon
I
or?
just bought it online.
Look at all these fucking pedos in your fucking chat. We got Mater in here who openly fucking wanted to do shit with my 9-year-old son that I have fucking screenshots of. You got Masad in here who everybody knows is a predator fucking goof. Him and his green fucking rug. That's been known for years, Tommy. You can't even deny that.
He's what? His green shag carpet? What about
Yes, he's a predator. Remember when he fucking came in? He's a sexual fucking goof predator. Probably touches kids because that's how fucking open.
Probably because
that's how openly
and you're just
fucking
coming up
sexually
with names to call people. Just
no, that's how openly sexually he's been harassing people on here, Tommy. You know it.
Oh yeah, well. Say whatever the hell they want to say. I can't control people, and I'm not about to control people. I'm not.
And that's fine.
But you know,
I'm telling you that your fucking chat and all your mods are fucking predators and pedos.
My channel is that I ban people that disrespect me, but if they disrespect somebody else, that's between you and somebody else.
But somebody openly saying they want a relationship with my 9-year-old son, like fucking Mater. That's okay.
Well, I never saw that.
Oh, I have it.
Well, where did it happen?
It happened in somebody's chat. He made a comment about going after my fucking 9-year-old son.
Well,
and how he fucking said it. He's a fucking pedo. You don't talk about my son.
Why don't?
How would you like it if he said that about your son?
Queenie, why don't people attack me? Why do they not attack me?
Because you're a goof. Because you allow them in here to fucking attack. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't argue with people. I don't.
Yes, it is. Because you're a goof.
I don't make people my
because
enemy.
You're a fucking goof. That's why.
Come on. You see, this is exactly why people attack you. Because of the way
this is exactly why I actually have real people that support me.
It could be the nicest person in the world, and you'll find something about them, and you'll attack.
No, that's not true. You're lying.
Why don't people like
You're
me?
lying. You are a liar. I've proven it many
I'm not
times.
lying about that.
You're a liar.
I run a pretty good channel. And
you're a liar. I even proved it with Zello and how you fucking run this channel. And you do this predatory shit on purpose.
Running my channel.
You do this predatory shit on purpose.
You have options.
And you know it.
You don't have to be here if you don't want to be here. You know that.
Oh, I'll fucking come here if I fucking want to come here. It's you that needs to prevent me from coming here.
But if you're
I'm coming here to fucking defend Spin, who's been nothing but supportive to you, and you're allowing these people to attack him because of me.
Well, okay. Here's Railroaded to come up with some defense for herself.
That's a stalker.
Okay, am I here yet?
Yeah, you're up. What do you have to say? I know that you and Queenie are have a bit of a fight going on there. So what's your take on the whole thing?
Well, I just want to reiterate a comment I gave earlier about paying someone to serve someone in Canada. Legally, you can pay your fucking neighbor to serve someone that you can no longer communicate with. I can pay my daughter to serve my other daughter, although they don't recommend people in the eye of the core. Tommy, I didn't really think you were. You're a local to Sylvan Lake. You know, I'm not trying to dox her. We went and visited her. She doxed us. We fucking never, still to this day, dox Queenie. She uses Iker and Dwayne's name from the onset of this stream. We listen to her belittle and degrade him. You know, I don't even have a fucking bank account. It's true. I have to say to Kelly, look, can we send like $32 for somebody's, needs gas money or lunch or whatever? Queenie's trying to distort this whole situation to cover up her story, which isn't as fucking true as she claims it to be. And there's a public legal record of what is factual. So why does she leave your stream when I get here? I'll just, leave it there. And Spin City News, when you get to a fucking channel, you do what the fucking channel owner wants the rules to be, not what your rules are in your own fucking chat. So I'll be back or I'll just listen. One of the two.
Well, hang on. Let me just talk to you for a bit. Well, like, obviously you and Queenie got into a tiff, right? Where you're not getting along with each other.
No. What really happened with Queenie was we went to Sylvan Lake. We bought fucking food for everybody. Like, we were sitting on her lawn and her own husband was, Dwayne's her ex. So he's standing on his own front lawn saying this never happens. And there was people walking by that wanted to talk. And there was, the day we got there, there was a woman across the road that Queenie had reported for abuse. And by rights, she should have, because there was shit going on there that was out of control. And so we got there and there was like trauma cloud on the whole fucking block. And the next, after Chinese food and all these other fucking neighbors stopped by, we went to our hotel. Queenie offered us to stay in her fucking stinky motorhome, but we did not. And we went to our fucking hotel and come back the next day, where we delivered her to her fucking foot and nail appointment and went and got her a Slurpee and dropped it off. She made sure everybody in the salon knew I was her servant before I left. We picked her up. We went to take her home. Stopped at a couple garage sales. She didn't even fucking ask. She just started piling shit on a table and then said, well, Kelly, you'll pay for this. I'll get you when we get home, eh? Like, she had no cash. And so she wants to talk about doxing and whatever else. She talks about whether my kids talk to me. I've watched her take people down for years. I'm just another one on the list. And before we got there to fucking help her, I regret to say, I said to Kelly, if we do this, we're just going to be on her hit list someday, right? And he said, yeah. But
what did you do that made it a turning point where you no longer were friends? What happened? Obviously, you were there visiting, and
I went into her chat. Right? I went into her chat on a Sunday night, and I said, Queenie, what would it take to get you to stop shopping in China? She said, well, I don't know. And then she was still shopping, and there was very few people in chat that night. And I said, okay, so like $1,300, but you got to stop tonight. That means no shopping online for you, Dwayne Eicher. No online shopping. $1,300 and it has to be tonight. She said to me, nope, fuck you, Railroaded. I got one more thing I got to do tomorrow, and you're not doing this to me now. Ask her to release the live stream. Prove me fucking wrong then, because that's what she's going to have to do in court, silly bitch. She thinks it's so illegal for me to ask you to fucking serve her. It's not even a dox, Tommy. I've been watching you longer than I've been watching her. And I got a record on the fucking internet. Trace me. I'm not the enemy. Queenie's doing this because she wants to cover her fucking lies. And I'm not standing for it. So, Tommy, if you regret not serving the papers for me, please reach out.
Well, yeah, like I don't want to be serving any papers on anybody or getting involved in anybody else's beef. Unfortunately, I am involved in Queenie's beef with the world because I helped her to get on YouTube. I don't know. I feel some people say that I created Queenie on the internet, and you know, I don't think so. She probably would have eventually gotten onto YouTube. I don't know, but I was friends with her for the longest time, and she was, nice to me. But as soon as she got onto YouTube, it's like things changed, and then she was able to bring her full self out, and to express herself. And the way she expresses herself is sometimes, by attacking other people. And you see the result of it, where some people don't get along after that. And
that
they
happens.
get into court papers, and RO's restraining orders are now being talked about. And you know what? You should just stop it. Queenie, you should stop it. Stop the restraining order. Stop it. And Railroaded, stop talking about Queenie. Just both of you stop talking about each other, and the problem will go away. I don't want to get in the middle of anything, or, and I know the law very, very well, and I know what people can get away with. And, I don't want to be part of other people's problems. My channel is to be nice to everybody, to have everybody in the chat. I don't like to ban anybody. If there's a troll that comes in the chat, that's okay. Whether you're on the left side of the fence or the right side of the fence, it doesn't matter. You guys can argue in the chat. You can hate each other in the chat or whatever, but as long as you don't hate me or come up with me and attack me, because I'm the guy running the channel here. And really, Queenie, you're walking on eggshells here right now, because lately, every time that I've seen you, you've just come in here and called me a bunch of names and being really disrespectful to me, unbelievable. And, I don't like that. But obviously people say, Tommy, why do you take stuff like that? Why do you take that? It's because I'm a nice person and I try and get along with people, but it's really hard to get along with a lot of people. Go ahead, 12th man.
Hey, good evening. You're nice to a fault almost, Tommy. Like, you have way more patience than most people I know. And
12th
yeah,
man,
you
haven't seen you in a while.
yeah, long time no see. Good to see you.
How are things in Alaska?
Oh, they're warming up. We got about 4 inches of snow, maybe 5 today. But
we had some.
I'm not.
We here in Florida, we had some cold temperatures. I mean, down damn right 20 degrees. I don't know if you saw
it. Heard it got down to like 40 in Naples or something like that.
Yeah. Well, up here in northern Florida.
Like hate to interrupt you, but
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
12th man, you were asking me some questions about Queenie. Here, you can ask her the questions that you're.
I'm only up here because that was a bullshit story, and I want to tell what really happened with that fucking cunt. She's lying to you. Oh, all these lies and everything. Where are they? What are these lies? I'll tell you what fucking happened. Okay. This bitch has been fucking stalking me before I even knew she was fucking around. Okay. I blocked her in my Facebook, not knowing that she was on here as railroaded. Okay. So I went and she started using money. That's how she snail trailed into my life again. And then she put two and two together. I'm Allie Dale on Facebook, and you blocked me a long time ago. This bitch gets blocked everywhere. She was in Fox's tonight and got blocked from there, and then begging him to be in there so she could suck him off. Okay. So she fucking snail trails in here, starts making all these fucking plans about how she's into the native thing and talking about buying this hotel in Grand Prairie or whatever the fuck she's from to try and make this healing lodge, which turns out that she's a stalker and she fucking tries to get people to come there. Oh, come and spend time here. Then found out I was getting money, tried to ask me for fucking money to put into this hotel. And then fucking she comes here. And what happened between us is, number one, I don't live in a fucking trailer. She's lying. Okay. I live in a modular home. Mine doesn't have a hitch on it to fucking take it anywhere. So she's lying, number one. Number two, she was fucking kicked out of my house the night she showed up here because she's a delusional fucking drunk that nobody can stand, that I've been getting messages about in the back channel. So I didn't even want her around. So then what does she do? She calls and she starts offering all these things. Do you need a Slurpee? I'll pick up a Slurpee for you. Trying to make it sound like I was asking for it. No. And she came here and got mad that I didn't give her a bottle of Vagisil, because I told her that my closest girls, I'll give Vagisil to. And she was all upset that in her fucking little bag of fucking gifts that I gave her, she didn't have a bottle of Vagisil. Okay? So then she's telling me about all her kids and how they don't like her and she can't see her grandkids. So she goes out with fucking her fucking goofy little husband that doesn't touch her, hasn't touched her for years. Don't blame him with a slob like that. He's way the fuck over by his truck, not wanting anything to do with her, offers to buy Chinese food, making it sound like I fucking wanted it when I didn't, offers to fucking buy this Chinese food, hooking on my corner, calling all my neighbors over to fucking come and eat, claiming, oh, we fed everybody. This is how she fucking works. She used leverage with money. So then she tells me I had my fucking license and my fucking insurance revoked from fucking so many tickets during the fucking convoy. This is what she's fucking stuck on, because I didn't say anything to anybody,
start
and
your
I
own
didn't
soap
want the
opera.
trolls to know about it, right? So she's lying.
opera.
She's lying to you. So what does she do? She tries to use leverage by offering to pay for my tickets because she already knew that I didn't want nothing to do with her, okay? So she's trying to use these things. Oh, you got to stop buying in China. No, bitch, you're not going to tell me what to fucking do, bitch, okay? You're not going to tell me what to do. So then all of a sudden it was, you got to stop buying in fucking China. Then as I'm sitting there going, okay, well, knowing full well that I'm getting prepared to do a business and I'm buying things from China because I'm buying things to make fucking pens and shit. And that's what I told her, that I have a fucking order. I didn't have to tell her that. And I told her I had an order I had to make. Well, then all of a sudden, another rule came, and another rule came, and another rule came. And finally, when I show you the text messages where I tell her to fuck off in August, I told her, keep your fucking money and fuck off. So then she tries to use a fucking bike that's sitting on somebody's lawn as leverage to come back to my house. Oh, I'll give Dwayne $20 so that he can fucking use the truck if he'll go pick that up. And I'll give Iker $20 if he helps. So she's throwing money out that isn't even hers. It's fucking Juice's that she has to ask for permission. Like she fucking asked for permission, lying to him, telling him that, oh, I'm buying those earrings from Queenie because I had asked for help for my fucking cell phone. So she steps up to use it as leverage against me. And now she's licking cock with all these people that she had nothing to do with that have issues with me, and that's stalking, and then sending beer knowing that my ex has an issue with drinking, sending beer to my house fucking after I told her to leave me the fuck alone, and sending me fucking ETMs to get messages across to me. That's the truth.
So I get the story. You know, I can hear similarities between her story and your story. At this point in time, though, neither of you get along with each other. Both of you.
Yeah, and I've been asking her to leave me alone. All she's doing is going around fucking trying to get fucking information. She's even fucking pairing up with pedophilia cat. AP's
maybe
cat.
The thing to do at this point is to have a truce between the two of you.
No.
So that
no, I want nothing to do with her. I'm getting a fucking restraining order. I want her to leave me alone, and I'm going to make the courts make sure she doesn't say my name. Because if I find her, I'm getting her arrested. 100%.
Get the courts involved in the whole thing. You shouldn't.
Oh yes, I am.
You shouldn't have to.
Oh yes,
I
am.
To come up with some kind of an agreement between the two of you.
12th man, shut up, you pedophile.
Stop doing things.
Look
Stop
at
talking
that. Now
about
I'm
each
a
other.
pedophile.
Stop going into chats. Stop.
You're the pedophile. That's all you talk about, bitch. Shut the fuck
you need
up.
to both come up. To
okay,
some kind
Trump
of
cocksucker. Your Alaska's going down. You watch.
You need to.
I'm not doing this with her
forever. And to involve the law.
She ran again.
Foolishness. You're just wasting the law. You're wasting the legal resources if you start getting restraining orders.
Tommy, I thought she was going to have a heart attack there for a second, bro. I ain't lying.
Well, I was trying to get you to ask your question, but you never had the chance.
It's not important.
But anyways, railroaded. Like I would say the same thing to you, which is like, just take her name out of your mouth. Don't go following her around in chats and saying stuff. Don't say stuff about her in chats.
I don't fucking follow her.
Go away. But if you keep talking about her, she's going to keep talking about you, and it'll keep on going on forever until, you both have restraining orders against each other is what it will end up doing. And why get the courts? Why spend money? Why do anything like that? This is just social media. Everyone has fun on social media. You know, some people attack each other, some people fight, whatever. And hey, you know, I know what social media is like. You say and do stuff that you wouldn't say in person, and that's just the way it is.
Oh, fuck that. I say what I say in person every fucking time. I say what I say on social media every fucking time. The difference between me and Queenie is I don't put restraining orders on people who challenge me, especially if she's right and the challenge she's talking about was inside an hour of meeting her because I'm a chimney fucking smoker and I needed to go outside. So we went outside and Queenie and I both fit on her front step. I took a rung lower than her, and she was live when this all happened, and she made some comment about, like, you know, how she uses words loosely. Anyway, she made some comment about boxing me, and I said, oh, well, if it was going to be a fair fight, then I ought to move up to your fucking level at least. She already outweighs me by at least 100 pounds. While she's talking and fucking mouthing off, getting restraining orders, drumming up stalking charges. Bring your fucking truth, Queenie, and convince your husband, your son, and remember the times that we chipped in for ice cream machines, paid them to wash the fucking floor, sat in your fucking chat and talked to your son as he fucking come in and tried to be a part of your life. Like the only one who'd come in the room Because you're not supposed to let the little ones in the room. And then you're mad that everybody knows his name. But you fucking give him up. Look at yourself, you fucking bitch. You're not supposed to let the little... Tommy, I gotta take a breather.
Yeah. You know, you two, like, really,
Tommy, I
you're
gotta
getting to
take
the
a
point where
breather.
you're calling the police or going to the courthouse and
He's
doing stuff like
echoing.
that, which you know that's gone too far. It's too far. You know, usually people
He's
drive to each
echoing.
other's houses and, you know, bang on the door and try and fight with each other and stuff like that. Well, you're obviously bypassing that, but you're just going straight to the courthouse and trying to get ROs on each other, which, you know, it shouldn't happen. And really, you need to, if you don't like Queenie and you're not getting along with her and she's saying stuff about you that you don't like, ignore her. Ignore her and don't say anything about her in the chats. But I know it's so easy to do. It's so easy to go into somebody's chat and say something negative about Queenie, for example, just to sort of poke at her, and you keep poking at her and poking at her. And she goes, well, you're stalking me. Well, she calls it stalking if you're going to somebody's chat and she happens to be in there. I don't consider that to be stalking. I think you're just going into everyone's channels. I go into everyone's channels. I see Queenie getting, you know, badmouthed in almost every chat that she goes into, you know, where there's a panel or something like that.
Well, it's all negative, Tommy. Like
it is.
Like I don't follow her anywhere anymore on YouTube or anywhere else. But
Well, she's gotten
it's
a
like all her
reputation
streams are
for coming
all her
down on you.
streams. Hold on, Tommy. Like all her streams are about nothing but negativity, and who wants to look at that? Man? You know.
Well, yeah, I know.
I
And
don't
I've
need
said
all
that.
that negativity in my life, bro. I don't know about you.
Exactly.
So what about those
I don't
bears?
either. Like, okay, what it does when you create drama and like that, like when she comes onto my channel, people love that because they're watching it and they have a good laugh and they go, oh, look at those guys. They're arguing and making fun of each other and saying stupid stuff and whatever. And it's drama. And drama gives you numbers, right? It, you know, like right here, it's the middle of the night, 1:47. So
right.
You're not going to get 100 people watching, but you know, drama, you know, does create numbers on a channel. But I don't like to have my channel a bunch of drama with people fighting and stuff like that. Because it can also turn a lot of people off. And a lot of people have said to me, you know, I don't like what's happening on your channel, Tommy, so I'm going to leave and go somewhere else or whatever, you know. So it's hard for me, and really it's a hardship for me to have to watch what's going on and to see it and not to be able to do anything about it. I can say to Queenie, quit it. Just quit bugging people. Quit saying bad things about people. Quit calling people names. And Queenie, you know, I've told you what names that you shouldn't be using on the internet, but you don't listen to me. You're still out there calling people all kind of names, and you're kind of on that tangent all the time. And yes, I do listen to you. I never said that I don't listen to you. I go over to your channel and I don't type in your chat, but I'll listen to what you're saying. I don't listen to your entire stream, but I'll pop in and just hear what's going on and move on to the next stream. I probably go in, you know, tons of streams every day. But you guys that are fighting, you have to stop it.
Okay, Tommy, can I ask you a question really quickly?
Things will get better.
Something that I don't understand. So in Canada, excuse me. So in Canada, you can go to the courthouse because somebody says something on social media. I'm just trying to clarify that.
Well, Queenie says so.
I'm just asking because I've never heard of that.
You have to have a good reason to have a restraining order against somebody, because it has to be, a judge has to look at it, and it has to be, you know, issued by a judge. So
yeah,
it has to be for good reason. If you're trying to get a restraining order and the reason isn't good enough,
well, that's how it is here in the States. That's how it is here in the States. But I didn't know in Canada, and I've been sitting here trying to look this up because I just, I've just never heard of something like that. You can go to a courthouse and get a restraining order, RO or whatever, because somebody said something on the internet. That was the
it
question.
wouldn't be just because of that, but it would have to be that they're trying to do something.
Yes,
something like that would happen.
maliciously. There's got to
Well, and
be
like,
malicious
But
intent.
Queenie's reasoning is stalking. She's using the term
Yeah,
stalking.
she's a
So
fucking
you
idiot.
can't stalk somebody. That would be illegal. And if she can prove that somebody's stalking her, then she could get that restraining order.
Meanwhile,
Okay,
she's
I just
on.
didn't know.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, she's online with a fucking ticker thing at the bottom of her screen saying donate, donate, donate. So what she's doing, sent $13 in February after months of no contact outside of me finding out that Zoe the dog was sick. I got a message that said, Allie, Zoe's sick, check this shit out. So I did. And then I found out the next day that she was up with cousin fucking dosing the dog with gabapentin. And if you know a gabapentin anyway, the stream's been released. Queenie doesn't get to decide the fucking truth. If she gets to court, she's got to bring the whole fucking record, just not her version of it. And so, it is not illegal for me to ask anybody in this chat that's close enough to Queenie to serve her. I'm allowed to share the address with them to serve her legally. This bitch
Wait a
don't
minute,
even know.
Railroad.
We don't even know
Railroad,
the fucking rules.
Did you say she was abusing a dog
and
or
it's
something
pretty
like that?
unfair.
12th man, she fucking killed Zoe. Because she was too fucking busy online doing her nails, buying her Labubu's, playing her fucking game. She could not put $300 into a vet visit for blood work and what's going on with my dog within the first 7 days of the symptoms. She admittedly says this went on since she got home from Saskatchewan. Where Dwayne and Iker rode publicly in a car with her and went and visited Dwayne's family. And you know what? I don't know what anybody's got to say about all this fucking shit, but Kelly, Dwayne, and I, and Iker, and Zoe, we all and the neighbors, we all met as humans that day and did our life through the weekend. And Queenie's now turning this into something against her. When we sent her $13 and recommended a song somewhere close to New Year's, there was never another anything with her until a case of beer was sent to Dwayne from Kelly after working for 2 weeks and listening to Queenie dox us and call Dwayne down. And so, you know, if I got a prayer in this day, it ain't for her. It's for Dwayne and Iker and the rest that believe she's still on their side.
After observing her for a few years, I'd say she has a mental illness and should probably be put in a mental asylum somewhere.
Yeah, well, this is what she's after. She wants a psych eval for me. So this is what I promised tonight. Fox and Slayer's going through some shit. She's connected to what happened in Tumbler Ridge tonight. Apparently she grew up there. And I have respect for her get online and do what her daily life isn't doing. Because I think that's what gets us here in the start of the go of it all. And so.
Yeah.
Fox
Spoonie sent a super sticker, so I have to give a thank you to Spoonies for that super sticker. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Well, look at what would the general consensus be from, let's go with everyone in the chat. If you're listening in the chat, and we got a fight going on between Queenie and Railroaded. Okay, give us who's responsible for the fighting. Who do you think is the person that started it, or that is keeping things going, or who's the bad person? Put it that way. Who's good and who's bad? Give us a 1 if you think that Queenie is the one responsible for everything that's going on and the trouble. Give us a 2 if you think it's Railroaded. Let's have the
Tommy,
chat.
Tommy,
Let's have the
should
chat
be an
decide on
option.
who's responsible. You've heard both sides here.
Tommy,
Everyone's
there,
good fucking thing. It's Tuesday, Tommy.
Tommy, there should be a third option. There should be a third option, like it takes 2 to tango. You know
Yeah.
that old saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look at the chat. The chat never lies.
Who's 1 and who's
Between
2?
Railroaded and Queenie, you need to look at the chat. And
Queenie is 1. You are 2.
10-4.
Queenie's 1. Railroaded is 2.
This might be the only fucking thing I ever won in my life, just saying.
I'd choose option 3.
What's 3?
Bravo Zulu.
Three is
option 3.
Is it takes 2 to tango.
Wait a minute. In my case, there's an option 4. There's an option 4.
What's 4?
I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's what you should do, Spin. You should sit back and fucking listen more before you start making decisions.
Let's listen to Spoonie. Spoonie says both are responsible. Queenie is who she is and always has been. Railroad knew what kind of a person Queenie is and still chose to spend time with her. So, yeah, but come on. You can't say that.
Correct.
I think, okay, when you went to visit Queenie, hang on.
Hey, Tommy, Nubs is saying turn your mic up a little bit. You are low.
Tommy, Kelly and I are empty nesters. We fucking took a holiday for the first time in years to Southern Alberta, garage sailing and fucking shopping all the way, secondhand stores, thrift stores, whatever. And Kelly packed his tools to fix her fucking car. We were in Wetaskiwin, and he said to me, "Are we gonna go there and help her?" I said, "Well, if we do, we'll get out of it alive, but it's not gonna end well later." Because she had already sold out Pat King. Fuck everybody who ever loved this woman, she quits on. And
hey, Tommy, Nubs is telling you to turn your mic up. It's a little low, and it is a little low on my side if you can.
Oh, okay, yeah. Everything else, everybody. Oh, yeah, I can turn it up. Everybody else.
I'm sorry, Railroad, but nobody. I really couldn't hear Tommy, and Nubs couldn't either.
Okay, yeah. How's that now?
Oh shit!
Sounds good, Tommy.
That's much better, Tommy.
Oh, everyone else is
my mic.
Their little
my mic okay?
Okay, so yeah, so you knew what kind of a person that Queenie is. You've heard her. You heard her ranting and raving and throwing people under the bus and stuff like that. But you still took time out of your day to go over and to be nice with her and to try and visit with her and to try and be friends with her. And it didn't turn out. Obviously.
Nope. Yep.
Okay.
You're right.
So now that you know that it didn't turn out, you both have to quit talking about each other and quit it. Just if you stop it, it'll go away.
Hey,
okay,
Tommy, restraining orders against each other.
Tommy, I don't need a fucking restraining order.
Advice, Tommy.
Tommy, I'm not afraid.
Tommy, Captain Jerry is in the chat. You may want to say hello.
Hey, Captain Jerry. Good to see you. Thanks a lot for popping in. Appreciate that. The captain.
Practice tools to fix her fucking car.
Anyway, so what do you think of the latest, Tommy? I don't want to change the topic.
Change it, please. Change it.
What do you think of the last release out, huh? Have you talk to anybody about the last release of files or?
Oh, the Epstein files? I haven't heard much about that or actually seen them myself, so I really can't.
Well,
Some high up European minister had to resign because he got exposed.
I'm hearing stuff about eating babies and stuff like that on the internet. So I'm seeing stories about that. So I don't know what that is all about.
Okay. I know. I think I know where you got that from. There was a lady down here in Florida that she was drinking the Kool-Aid. Do you know what I mean by drinking the Kool-Aid? Do you?
PCP or something like that?
No, it wasn't.
Well, I don't know,
it wasn't
but
PCP.
I know that drinking the Kool-Aid relates to Jim Jones, and he got
she was
drinking.
She was partaking and drinking of the Kool-Aid, and she said, and I quote, that there was something in these files where our current administration was eating kids. But here's the funny, antiquated part about this, Tommy. She was sitting in front of a fucking bar drinking the Kool-Aid. So I will debunk that. I've seen that video 3 or 4 fucking times.
If that were true, there'd be video of it, and lots of people would get arrested. It's all bullshit.
Listen, I've said it. Listen, I've said it. He's in it. But I do not think, I mean, listen, if he is in it to the caliber that is predicted, I haven't seen it yet. But there's 3 million fucking pages and videos and everything like that. Do you know how long that would take you to go through it? You could spend 12, 15 hours a day and still not see an eighth of it.
Unless you're a professional speed reader. I've seen a guy read the Obamacare bill in I forget what it was, an hour or something.
You need to tell AI to look for stuff in particular and then have AI sort through the whole thing.
Well, see, here's the thing with the AI. When I tried to download into it just to search, it is so hard to find something like you say find a picture of whatever in that file. It'll give you a million pictures, not what you're actually looking for. But I've been slowly, just methodically going through it, and I've seen pictures of them, but I just have not found anything as of yet that would describe our current administration. I'm not saying it's not there. I don't know. I haven't seen it. And I do watch different things. Well, Tommy, you know what I do. So I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Okay. If I see something, it's going live, right?
Yeah.
And I'll expose it. I have no problem with that. Tommy, I'll be sending you fucking DMs with videos here, But if I don't see something, or I mean, look, I've seen conversations. Let's be honest. I've seen conversations between people that of people that I will be descriptive of. But can I say they would rise to the magnitude of what I would consider a dangerous level? I don't think so, but that's my interpretation. it's like Tommy, it's like having adult humor, right?
The files are so massive that it's hard to
yeah,
interpret them.
yeah.
But what I cannot figure out, and really, it's like what I don't like is wrongdoing to certain people. So if certain people were involved in things with Epstein or some of the people on the island, then the people need to come forward. They need to lay charges, and we need to see some criminal
I agree.
investigations and some people
I
go to jail.
agree.
And we're not saying that. So we're not seeing that. Like for
No.
whatever reason, the people that it happened to, what's with them? Why aren't they coming forward and putting reports in and getting something going?
I'm going through a little bit of listen, I'm going through a little bit of stuff. Okay. Tommy, you know what that stuff is. But just because you're, in my opinion, and this is my personal opinion, just because you've had a chat with somebody, just because you've had been in their presence, does that make you a horrible person? Because you never know. Okay, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Apparently in some people's minds it does. It's like I've been called a pedo supporter, for example, because somebody else that is a friend of a pedo happens to come into my chat. Okay.
Right.
You know, like that's three degrees, 3 friends, 3 people apart from the actual bad person, and people still think that I'm bad. Or if Queenie comes into my chat, then people accuse me of platforming Queenie, who they don't like. You know what I mean? And I've been called out by some pretty major streamers out there, and told,
that's the
"Hey,
only
Tommy,
bad
you better
thing
do
I got.
something about this person that's
Can
coming into
y'all
your
hear
chat,
me?
and that you're platforming that person."
Yeah,
Y'all
we can hear you.
Me,
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's loud.
That's the only thing I had to say bad about you, Tommy, is for giving Queenie a platform in the first place. You know, but
Well,
you're
I
too nice.
like her
You're
to,
a very
you know,
nice
when people
guy
say
to a
stuff about
fault.
her, I like her to be able to come on and at least, you know, clear it out and give her side of the story, because there's always 2 sides of the story. And in reality, come on, we're just like a bunch of kids in the field out arguing and fighting with each other. We're not hitting each other, but we're fighting with words. And it's no different than a bunch of kids in the playground. Well, what would happen there? One kid would go into the office and say, "I'm being bullied by this other person out there," and the principal would bring that person in and say, "Here, hold your hand out," and give them the strap or whatever, or determine who's at fault with the whole thing, and then that person would have to pay the price. Well, in this case here, the chat has already said, if you guys looked at, did they type a whole bunch of 2s in there or a whole bunch of 1s in there? That tells you who the chat thinks is at fault. And I'm not pressuring anybody to say anything.
No. But anyway, back to what I'm saying is, you know what I'm going through right now, and it's slowly going away. And I've talked to whoever, you know, that.
Well, no, I don't know what you're talking about. You have to be more. Are you talking about your health or about people calling you out for doing stuff?
Calling me out. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I saw something in the chat just a minute ago. Did you see that?
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. What was it? Can you put it up on screen, Tommy?
Okay, let me go back here.
I forgot to
comment.
I forgot to click the comments. I was in the private thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me find the comment here and see if you can see it. The comment, the chat has gone quite hard there, so I have to scroll back quite a ways there to find it. But this is the one right here from a guy by the name of Clunkers 707.
Want me to read it, or one of y'all gonna read it?
Yeah.
Clunkers 707 says, Spin tried to fly Sparky to his house so he could bang him. Look up the texts.
Yeah. Now, Sparky is a guy on X and I watched one of his feeds where he did a complete stream basically hammering at you, and he even mentioned me in his stream because he said that you came onto my panel or whatever, and that I really don't know you and I don't know what I'm getting into, and that you're doing this and doing that and doing something else with a whole bunch of different women. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. You must have saw it.
All I can say, Tommy, I will take it from there. There is only I can only say so much about that. But what I can say is you never judge a book by its cover, and what was shown was by no means the whole thing. Now, as far as Spin tried to fly Sparky out to his house, no. The truth is through my media pass, I can get certain discounts on airfare through, I don't know if do you have budget rental car up there in Canada?
Yeah, we do.
It's called Budget. We do get certain privileges for discounts. What I told him I would do is when it come closer to the event that he wanted to do, I would see if I could get him a discount or whatever. That's what it was about. It was nothing of the magnitude that he portrayed. As far as comments and adult humor, what I can say, there was adult humor that was taken way out of proportion, and it didn't need to go the route it did. I can say that there are authorities involved for what you watched and the things that he said. And that's all I can really say about it. But you never judge a book by its cover. And at such time when I can release the true messages and the unredacted messages and financial statements and all that other stuff, it's going to be an eye-opener. It's going to be, oh, fuck. And it will be proven the truth.
Okay, Spoon, it's not the Sparky from BTM. This is a brand new Sparky that I have never heard from. What's the lore of this Sparky person? They're obviously a streamer. Where from? Is it Portland or where?
Well, he obviously I am not going to talk bad about another streamer. I've said it, and I won't do it. Whatever issues he has, he is not here, so I will not comment on that.
Well, he was commenting about you through his whole stream, and you weren't there.
Oh, I know.
You weren't in his chat.
Well,
and he was going hard on you.
Yeah, of
saying
course.
a whole bunch of stuff about you, and like it.
Well, see, here's the thing, Tommy. I was blocked.
I don't know who to believe. Do I believe Sparky, or do I?
Well, I will tell you
that. I'm kind of putting you on the spot here right now and saying,
no,
well,
it's
what's
fine.
going on with this,
Tommy? I've always been honest, and I will say that there was a lot of things taken out of context. There was a lot of things that were, listen, we're all humans. We make mistakes. There was a lot of tasteless or tasteful jokes and humor that were not a problem. Were not a problem at the time, but we all know how the the rules of drama are, we all know that when somebody has a problem with somebody, they embellish or they over embellish, and there are a lot of things that are not true. I just cannot get into specifics of it because there is an active criminal investigation. So I can't really elaborate. I would really love to. I would really love to release everything and then everybody else make their judgment. But I can say there were some things that were said that probably shouldn't have been said, but you should be able to handle things as an adult instead of going on a complete bashing spree and you know, and try and destroy everything that they have built. And they tried, but it didn't work. Listen, I am a man. I am a man of that. I have a little bit of a reputation, and I don't want to destroy it. It's just like you, Tommy. You have a reputation. You don't want to destroy that reputation. But when you have constant people out there that just want to destroy you, maybe for their own gain, who knows? It's hard to combat. And it's also hard to combat when you can't really defend yourself in a proper in a proper manner. I hope you would agree with.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. From my own point of view here, like I have a pretty good reputation, like on the internet. In real life, I have a great reputation. I don't rip people off. I don't badmouth people. I don't have enemies. I make sure everyone is happy when they're finished with me and going on their own way. I don't
see that's with me too, Tommy.
My life. I don't need people coming banging on my door with a gun and whatever and trying to take me out. And likewise, I run my life on the internet the same way. But you see how there's one person on the internet that will come in here and call me every name in the book and a liar and you're this and you're that and you're the other thing, and it's like just make up, it's all made up stuff.
I'm just going to be honest.
Everything is made up for no good reason whatsoever, and that person thinks that they're great, that they're and she does it to everyone, not just me. Like I can say that I'm kind of a pillar of trying to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like I don't even badmouth other people. People can yell at me and say every name in the book, and I'll just be cool, calm, and collected. And you know why? Because my mother used to yell at me. Queenie is kind of like my mother, except my mother wasn't, didn't use vile language, but she screamed a lot. She screamed all the time at me, and I would just be cool as a cucumber when it happened. And really, I take Queenie the same way. And, I just tolerate her. Other people don't. They'd go, that's it. I'm never talking to you again. Don't even come on my channel. I never will allow you up on the chat or anything like that. But I try and give people a second chance, and a third chance, and a fourth chance.
Here's Tommy. This is how I feel.
Maybe they'll become a better person. Maybe I can convince them to be a better person.
Sure.
But sometimes it doesn't happen.
See, here's my rendition. Adulting is not for everybody, and there's always going to be trolls. There's always going to be somebody that disagrees with you. There's always somebody that is not going to like you. But to destroy everything they work for, or make real threats, as you know, of harm or potentially inciting harm, that is where it draws the line. And look, I live in Florida. I'll say it. come to my house, play a stupid game, win stupid prizes. That's what will happen.
Well, I think running around calling people pedos is defamation.
Well,
every time she disagrees with somebody, she calls them a pedo and tries to defame them or whatever. But that's defamation of character. She could be sued. I'm not sure how that would work across international lines, but
I have no
I'm
idea.
just saying.
Well, the latest that I've heard is somebody called Trump that, and Trump is saying that, hey, that's actually criminal.
It actually it's called defamation.
Like number one. Number two, you could sue people for saying
well,
something like that.
You can in the United States, you can. It's a civil matter. I'm sure you understand what a civil matter is. It's called defamation. Here's the thing. Yeah, defamation. I'm sorry, defamation. Defamation is when you're being pretty much called out of your name, right? And defamation can have very serious consequences because there are people out there that take that shit very seriously and can have very bad consequences for people.
While it might not,
including being unalived.
While you can't really sue someone over defamation and they'll get jail time or prison time, but you can make sure they're broke for the rest of their life.
Yes.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Suing somebody for what's called defamation of character means that you're saying things that are harming their character, their reputation,
or their reputation,
their ability to earn money. And you have to demonstrate that somebody that has defamated your character has caused you a loss of income in order for somebody to sue you for some dollars. Now, if like if somebody does not have any money and they're calling you a pedo over and over and over again, and you sue them and you're successful, you're not going to get a penny because they don't have any money.
Exactly.
So they're still laughing at you,
that's
going,
true.
ha ha ha, you won, but you didn't win a damn thing. So that's
but in the United States,
people get away with calling you stuff like that.
Now, in the United States,
defamation of character.
In the United States,
they know that if they get sued, you're not going to get a penny out of them.
Now, wait a minute. That's not exactly true. In the United States, you can encumber any future or I'm sorry, let me say this correctly. You can
let me finish for you. Like if they do end up if they do end up coming in to some money somehow through inheritance or dividends or something like that, then they don't get it. You do.
Yeah.
Yes. Or you can encumber property, or you can encumber a car.
But if they don't have any property, and if they're getting government money, you cannot take that government money. You can't go to the government and say,
true,
hey,
Tommy.
because the government says, no, it's got to go to that person's bank account and not to
you. What I've heard, and I have not done research on this, but you might even know, AK or Tommy, if there is a certain like after you're 67 here now, you can collect Social Security. It can't be a disability Social Security, or it can't be what we call supplemental security income. But I do believe, which I will do some research on it real quick, that you can, if a victor of a lawsuit, the courts can garnish your wages, even if you're working. Like say you're working at Home Depot, you can encumber earned income. but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
No, that sounds about right from what I know.
Yeah, but if you're on a short-term disability or you're on a disability, you cannot encumber that income.
Well, yeah, it kind of falls under the same lines as if you use up your credit cards and they come after you, and yeah, maybe they could put a injunction on your property or something like that, but no court's gonna kick you out of your home. So,
Well, no. And even in bankruptcy law, like say you have a ton of assets and you claim bankruptcy, they cannot make you declare bankruptcy on a vehicle or a home. They will not put you on the street. And Tommy, you're muted if you're talking.
Oh no, I was just asking Grok a question to see what the answer was.
Oh, I thought you were talking to us. I'm sorry.
No.
But
I use Grok too. Grok is awesome.
At the end of the day, people should just stop doing it, and know that there are certain consequences for what they do. And if they can get away with it, like generally speaking, the internet is like a big game where people play word games with people and you fight with people. Like I've actually participated in calling names and being rude and whatever detrimental to people in a closed environment, in a room, in a chat room where you're able to chat with everybody else in the room. And they used to call them fight rooms, where you go in there and you'd fight with people, right? But it's gotten to the level where the fighting is now happening everywhere, anywhere on the open internet, and it's not good. Not good. I don't like
happening
in say you're using your channel or somebody is platforming themselves on your channel to say what they want to say, because they're obviously saying it on their channel and nobody's listening because there's nobody there. So you go to somebody else's channel that has more of an audience.
Sure.
To do blast out your vileness to other people, and I don't like it. I don't like it that they're doing it on their channel, and I don't like it they're coming over here and doing it on my channel. I think it's just bad, and it needs to stop.
Telescope Production Services just said something. He said everyone wants to sue everybody, but they cannot demonstrate loss.
Exactly. That's right.
And
it's
I
the
agree
loss
with
part
that
that
statement.
you have to show or prove in order to sue somebody. And you better have $50,000 if you want to sue somebody, and you get the lawyers.
Oh, it's astronomical. I have never personally sued anybody, but I hear, it's $250, $300 an hour or some outrageous type
not
of
worth it.
A phone call is worth $500 to an attorney.
Well, in Alaska, you can file a lawsuit and pay to have the papers delivered and represent yourself and just state your case in court, basically.
That's probably a couple $1,000, even if you were to do that.
Yeah, well, it seems to me to get a restraining order is the easiest and simplest thing to do, and I think almost anybody could actually do it even without a lawyer.
Well, you could. Yeah, I now see here the thing in the States is I've heard that the process is a very arduous process. You have to prove that they are some sort of threat or they are inciting violence, and the threshold of that is very high.
And that's a fine line right there, isn't it? Because if they start showing up to your house or on your property or whatever, that crosses the line right there. And then you have a right to stand your ground, basically.
Keystone Pirate, I agree. I understand that statement. But yeah, I mean, and there were some claims in there on those videos, or that video that Tommy watched, that are are grotesque. They are absolutely outlandish. And unfortunately, it rose to the level where it has rose to a level where the authorities are involved, and unfortunately there is some consequences, and that's really all that I can say legally about it without going into the whole gamut, and I'm not allowed. So Tommy, I appreciate the platform. I think you're a good friend, and I like the conversation. And you know, I appreciate the tenacity and wanting to know. There's just, I cannot say much more about it. I will say that, Tommy, I've never disrespected you. I've never said anything to you out of line. We've always had a good conversation, and we've always joked around really about different things. And I appreciate you open the panel up, and, you know, I like coming up here and having good conversation. You know, as far as Queenie is concerned, I don't know the back history. I am not quick to rush judgment. I want to say this on stream. If I can have 2 more minutes, Tommy. I don't know the backstory. You know, Queenie and I do not agree.
Are you beginning to see something different than what you thought?
And I am not, listen, Tommy, I am not rushed to judgment of anybody. I like having conversations with Queenie. She's a good I'm trying to describe it intelligently. She is a good form of resistance when we have conversations, but I do not know the backstory, and I am not privy to the story. And I am not quick to rush towards any judgment of whatever somebody has done. And
well, what Railroad said about
12 man. How
yes,
many
sir.
people do you think Queenie has a beef with?
Sounds like many handfuls, Tommy. And maybe some feetfuls.
Not just
soon.
railroaded, but not just one person.
Spin Diddy News. Hold on a minute. Hey, Clunkers, how you doing? If you excuse me. Spin Diddy News. That's great. You know, I'm like you, Tommy. I don't care really what people say. You know, if they have a beef with me and they have a problem with me, they can reach out to me. They can DM me. My DMs are open. You know, I don't have a problem with having I don't have a problem with a conversation. If you want to know the truth, I'll tell you the truth. But
okay, tell us. We're dying to hear.
As I said, there's only so many things that I can say right at this point that it would.
Well, put it this way: you're being railroaded. People are saying stuff about you. And so far, and you haven't explained to me what they're talking. Well, I know what they're talking about. I know what they're accusing you of, but
yes,
I haven't
and
heard
that's what
your
I
side
can't
of the story.
talk about. That's what I can't talk about. Like I said, you know, Clunkers, there is proof, but what you don't see is the redacted stuff, and that is something that I cannot talk about.
Oh, Spin City, let me give you an invitation to the unredacted stuff. So you're live right now, and what you
live
say,
on my platforms now.
You're live on Tommy Temper Show,
Yes,
and what you say here can be used against you in a court of law.
Oh, come on.
No, it did. No, really, I'm not after you. I don't give a fuck to serve you. But you better know who you're talking to when you step into a group of people and start trying to fucking mod the chat. And you're like,
I think some of y'all need to get the fuck off of YouTube because that's all you do is bitch and moan and complain. It's like, take a fucking break from StreamYard for a while or something. God damn.
Even Fox wants to do a 21-day reduce addiction challenge, and I forget her name, but it's a lady that's been around for a lot. It'll come to me. But she was in there encouraging the 21-day challenge too, and I'm in on this, and I might even put up more than one addiction.
And then, okay, so clunkers, I'll respond to that.
Oh, fuck.
Go back to that other one. Yeah.
Okay, explain to people what he's trying to accuse you of here, because Diddy, if everyone knows the guy by the name of Diddy, he was like fooling around with other people, wasn't he?
No, what he is trying to say is that I am trying to steal viewers. I am trying to grift.
No, that's not what he's trying to say.
Well, that's the way I took it. You know, if he's saying something else, then I'm going to get a little heated.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Well, you might be coming over here to, give yourself some exposure and get more subs. And everybody does that. If it goes on I go on other people's panels to say hi to people, to usually say a story or say my piece or interview people or do something.
Tommy, I haven't seen you on someone else's panel in forever, bro.
Off of going to other people's channels. We all do it, and it's just part of how YouTube works. But that's not what he's talking about.
That's the way
you're talking
about
the stuff that your other buddy was talking about.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did I?
Tommy, I haven't seen you on someone else's channel in like several months on a panel.
Tonight I was on Boss's channel. You know Boss?
Oh, well, I don't know who that is. So.
Okay, so if you're talking about some sort of
oh fuck, Spin City's admitting right now he doesn't know fuck all about fuck all.
Calm down. Take your heart medication.
About what I think you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like you don't want me to actually say it.
I don't
know if any of the stuff that I heard about you is true
I can tell you
the stuff that the other dude was talking about.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Oh shit, Tommy, is there a deep dive on this motherfucker while he's hooking up with Queenie?
Well, just remember,
Tommy,
because
I
don't
tell
know
you
Queenie,
that I have
you've never heard of her, never seen her, and you didn't even know what kind of a person that she was. She has befriended you, and you have befriended her.
That's right.
And it will you'll actually find out when you slip up, and then she turns on you and throws you under the bus. It's not even a
slip up. You just don't.
We'll all be laughing because it will be a big joke for us, but it won't be a big joke for you. Have you ever gone out with somebody and all of your friends said, get rid of that person, dump that person? They're not a good person. They're not good for you, and you're gonna just be regretful in the end. Has that ever happened to you?
Hold the fuck on, okay? Clunkers, let me tell you this. You're starting to piss me off, is what you're starting to do.
Oh no,
good. Your true personality is starting to come out.
Better pissed off than pissed on.
Right?
You need a little more drama. Queenie's going.
If you are trying to say that I have done
City, if you don't make it through this, you're never gonna fucking make it.
If you are trying to say that I've done something to a child, shame on you.
Oh, shame, shame.
Shame on you.
Well, you're fucking running for a lady who uses pedo like something doesn't matter. She uses goof like she doesn't hang with gangsters.
Yeah.
But James,
You know,
she hangs with gangsters. She don't hang with
Railroad.
Is Sparky
That's
a
Railroad.
child?
Do you know what the term goof
He's a
means?
grown
Do you know what a
man that's
goof
going to
Yes.
get his ass.
You're fucking right,
Sparky is a
Chime,
grown
Tommy.
man. Sparky is a grown man that's
If
going to
you
get
could
his
shut
fucking ass
Spin
arrested.
City up for a minute, that'd be cool. Tell us,
See-
Tommy, what's the definition of a goof in Canada?
I don't know that answer.
Well,
Good.
she
Shut up, Spin.
Okay.
she uses the word
A
pedophile.
goof is a term used in jail for a pedophile.
Okay, I did not know.
It's the same thing as calling you a pedo. Is
Okay.
if you call you
So-
a goof.
Yeah.
And she knows that too.
It's also used for men who rape women and other shit. Goof
Yeah.
in jail is not good. And Queenie claims to have HA relatives and gangster boyfriends and all this shit. And yet she can say goof, 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 and pedo so many times that it doesn't mean anything to anybody anymore.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, Railroad. That
Yeah.
it's kind of like the left uses the word racist for everything they disagree with a conservative on. She's just abusing that word. Like
Yeah.
when she says it, it doesn't mean anything.
No.
Fucking right. If I
Clunkers-
say that, if I
Clunkers-
say that word in my community, somebody is fucking coming to my door, and it ain't gonna be an RCMP call.
Okay.
Okay,
There's
so
another
here's what
person
you
that
saw- what
Queenie
you
has a
saw
problem
in
with.
MDG's
AP's cat
stream-
is in the chat there because they're fighting all the time. AP and Queenie.
AP, I celebrate your record. Thanks
Oh,
for
boy.
a record of the truth, AP.
What you're seeing in MDG's chat is the video that he put up, or the videos he put up. There is no way that a lot of
Did
the
he play
information was not
Sparky's
redacted.
videos? Is that what you're talking about? Sparky's videos?
Yes, that's what Clunkers is talking about.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Well,
So-
share the link, Spin. You're so good at fucking handling chat. Share the link to what you're talking
Okay,
about.
Clunkers, Polly is a fucking liar.
Oh my god.
And I have a screenshot where she says that she put her name to this fucking shit so she could get clout and it would carry weight. So before you go running your fucking mouth, make sure you have all the facts.
Tommy, thanks for the stream, buddy.
Just the facts, man.
You're the bridge, Mom. Moss, you got this. Green carpet and all.
Clunkers, nobody is saying anybody's lying. You just don't have the facts. You don't have it all.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you read what
Period.
Spoon. Hey, Spin. Can you read what Spoonies just said to us?
I've stopped trying to save people. Now I just push people forward. Go be her friend and you'll learn too, just like those before you.
Perfect.
Okay.
I
This is what you need to say.
You saw Clunkers. What you saw was a redacted version. You haven't seen it all.
But we just told you this is the unredacted version, fuckface.
We're unredacted here.
Yes,
Pull your
unredacted.
guts out. Tell us
Yeah.
what's going on. You
Come
know, like,
on.
If people are saying crap about you, which obviously they are, you need
Yeah.
to
Well,
defend
that's
yourself.
all they
You can't
have
just
to
say,
do.
Well, I can't talk about it. It's in court.
I can't
whatever.
because there are certain things that I can talk about,
Well,
there are
Spin,
certain
you should
things
get
I
the
can't.
fuck off here then, because what this is a court of public opinion. And if
The
you
court of
can't,
public
if
opinion,
you
nobody
can't
can take a
speak for
fucking joke.
yourself, if you can't speak for yourself, you should get the fuck off here and go to your own channel.
Here's the facts.
That's the fact, bro.
People cannot take adult humor. People
Oh.
cannot
Calm down,
take a fucking
Daisy.
joke. People cannot
I love you,
disseminate.
man.
People cannot disseminate fact from reality. People cannot understand that people are human. People make fucking mistakes, and they
No
made
shit.
reparations. They've made apologies, and it's not good enough. And then you got people out there just blatantly lying.
Yeah, like Queenie.
By the way, I have to say, Spoon, who's up on the screen there right now, I still think about that $500 super chat that you gave me. So I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Big ups to Spoon.
And then okay, here's the other, offering to buy him a plane ticket, and text Spin talks about wanting to shove a finger. Yeah, okay, sure. That's just stupid. That's just little girl adult
wanting to shove a finger.
Yeah, I mean,
Hang
that's
on.
just little.
Were you
That,
trying to
in
get
my
something
opinion, that's
going
little
with,
girl shit. But I'm going to tell you, when I
Spin,
release,
you love
Sparky's
hanging
pissed off
around
at you
with
now.
little girl
Sparky's,
shit.
like really mad. He's trying to throw you under
Queenie's
the bus now.
Queenie's calling everybody fucking predators selling Labubu's to an adult fucking room after inviting Sonal and
That's all
fucking.
she talks about.
Yeah, she loves
Telescope.
to
You should get
invite.
together with Spin City.
She loves to
You guys
invite
could probably
fucking.
get something going.
Now she's even
No, it's all right.
for dolls. Come on, buddy.
I am a happily listen. I am a happily married man, and I like and enjoy having conversation with her. Yeah, she's a little out. She does.
She's a
get
little
on here.
girl. Do you know what?
belongs,
Okay.
She
You know
belongs in a mental
You
asylum.
just met her. You just met her. And you don't know
That's
her.
what I'm
And
saying.
she
I don't
is
know
nice
her.
to you because you're just
We're
a
all
fresh
acknowledging
newbie
this.
in the door. So, if you were
Listen
around
here,
for
Tommy
5
Temper.
years,
You're the
you
one that
wouldn't be saying
introduced
that.
me to her. So you have a part in this too, Tommy Temper.
Fuck off. I met
I'm the one that
you.
got her to go on YouTube. She was a mod in my chat in YouTube.
Sure.
Okay. And she was a
Yeah,
pretty
you
good
said.
mod. She was okay. But then things went sideways when she got her own channel and she started getting her
Yeah.
voice out there and started going under the people's panels and started spouting out her nonsense and calling
Right.
people out.
Well,
And she
see,
basically
Tommy, I
threw
don't know any
herself
of that.
under the bus. She's
Tommy,
the
show-
maker
show
of her
that
own
video
demise.
of her.
That's why so many people don't
Tommy,
like going in her chat and don't like interfacing with her.
Tommy,
Well,
show that video of her
That's the truth.
Clunkers, I'm
pooping
not
in your
concerned.
hat
The only
and
one that
then
needs to be
burning your
concerned is
hat
Sparky.
that you sent her. Remember
I'm
she
not concerned.
Okay, Spin City.
filled
You
your
see this
hat
hat
up
that I'm
with
wearing
dog
right here?
food?
Yeah.
I gave Queenie one of these hats,
Sure.
because I appreciated her being a mod in my chat.
This is a great
After she got
story.
her own channel, she actually got her dog, who's now dead, to shit in my hat, and then she set it on fire.
I like I said, Tommy.
Did you hear about
I
that?
don't know. I don't know what happened in the past.
Ask her
I
about it
just-
next time you're on her panel.
I
Now, to be completely clear about this, it was okay, it started out as a joke, okay, because we were having a fight. We were having a bit of a fight and we weren't getting along. And I said, okay, well, if you don't like me anymore, then do this. Take my hat and set it on fire. Just set it on fire.
Oh,
right?
no.
And I told her to do it. I said, just do it as a prank. It'll be a good internet thing. People see you doing it and it'll, create some drama. Well, she took it to the next level because her and I got into even more of a fight. and then she got her dog to shit in the hat and then set it
No,
on fire.
no, she didn't. She walked into the backyard and scooped the shit up into the hat and then walked.
Her
into
dog
with
to
her
shit
bare
on
hands.
command.
The dog did not shit on
It shit on
command.
command.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the
Shit.
thing,
That's
and I
right,
want to be
Railroad.
clear about this. I want to be clear about this. I don't know the backstory. I don't know.
Now you know.
I Tommy, like
He
I
is to
said,
know. Now
I
you know,
I
brother.
just met her less than 2 weeks ago, and
Tommy,
you know,
Spin,
I
maybe
don't
you
judge
should
book by
use
its cover.
Spin,
So-
maybe you should use 2 ears and 1 fucking mouth. Tommy, could you play the link I shared in the back chat?
And that's
hang
sad. She's good.
What's the link
She
about?
just
Hang
got.
on. I'll find it. Stand by.
It's
Tommy,
just short, it's a short
got
clip. And for all those
dog poop.
chat,
I
12th
hope it's
man,
the one about
poop all
the dog
over.
shitting in my hat.
12th man, give me
Papa
a second.
got a dog poop everywhere, so you could just walk up out there and put it in your hands, and then put it in a hat, and then burn it.
I
Yeah,
just
the
watched that clip.
The live version tells the truth. Even if she can't remember it.
My dog goes poops in the woods. I don't have it just laying around. That's got to be pretty nasty.
Okay, so is it wrong? Is it wrong to say?
What is that? Okay, it's only an audio clip. Okay,
Yeah,
this is the
Tommy,
audio clip. Listen.
you gotta shut these motherfuckers off.
I want to ride my bicycle. For Griff.
He's not sober enough to ride a bike.
What the hell is that? Okay, explain that, Railroader.
Tommy, I want to pull chat right now and see who is the human singing in that video or that audio.
That sounded like your husband.
No way. Oh yeah, Kelly was in it a little bit. I was in it with a cough. There was only 3 of us there the night it was recorded, and we're talking about the bike that I bought. Well, it was a free bike. We drove by it when we left her house, and like before we got home, we asked Dwayne, or within a couple days or something, we asked Dwayne, would you go get us that bike? My mom wants it. She's like 73 this year. And so Dwayne and Iker went and got it. It was beautiful. It was like fucking magic. We made friends with these people.
Congratulations.
Shut up, Tommy. Play the fucking
Nice
clip.
story. Who gives a fuck?
I played
No, you got it. Tommy, play the clip louder. I want to know who knows.
No, do not play the clip again.
Queenie spoke for this man.
That's not Queenie.
For Griff.
He sounds too drunk to ride a bicycle.
I don't know who that is. I don't recognize the voice.
That's too bad because he's really kind of freedom famous.
Really?
Yes, and Queenie's been speaking for him and fucking Pat King, and look at the names that were all freedom fighters.
Freedom George? Freedom George?
No fucking way. You don't even know your freedom fighters, Tommy.
Wow, I don't. Well,
Yeah,
he's a freedom
don't.
fighter.
Fuck that. Let's do a fucking show. I don't know. I don't really want to raise money, but let's do like a marathon and be like, Who's the freedom fighters?
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to bite the dust on my bicycle. That's why I ride it when I'm drunk.
Okay, next song. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. All together now. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Oh my God, Tommy. Play us some fucking tunes then. Let's get
It's all
to
bad. You got a fire going there?
Yeah, let's get to dancing.
No, I'm just running the 12-volt diesel heater tonight. They work
12 man.
exceptionally
Someone in the
well.
chat said you were a fake homesteader, that you're not
Okay.
off grid.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That sounds like their own insecurity talking. Like, I think I've shown you my whole setup before, Tommy.
Billy Bongwater's in the chat. Hey, Billy, say hi to, where do you hang out? LC? Say hi to LC.
What's up, LC?
No, not LC.
Where are we at, Tommy?
Billy
How many
Bongwater.
bottles on the wall? 44.
LC in the house? Is that the real LC in the house, Tommy?
Where? Where's LC?
I thought you said LC was
be coming up on the panel. Holy shit, the chat is going hard. Lincoln is sound asleep.
He's just mad
Billy.
because fucking.
Oh, Lincoln is asleep again.
He's had 44 bottles of beer in the wall. He's out.
And a bottle of Tito's, probably.
I know. Whenever I go over to Lincoln's channel, he's like passed out on his stream.
Yeah.
Too many shots.
What?
It's him and the goat sleeping together there.
Yeah.
Or the rooster.
That's funny as hell, Tommy.
What's his rooster's name? Henry or something.
Yeah, he was making fun of my dog like I was live on the stream one night, and the dog licked my nipple. LC was trying to say I enjoyed it, and I'm like, no, motherfucker, that's what dogs do, dude. They lick.
God. Your daddy. Oh, man.
and then he has Rodney the goat coming up there trying to lick his nipples with his shirt off while he's asleep.
Sounds like a class show.
And by the way, I don't understand.
Yes,
so
I
are
was
you
Biden.
the guy who lives off grid?
Yeah. 12th Man does live off grid. He lives in a
Is 12th Man in chat?
small house.
Or is he on here live with you?
He raises chickens.
I'm on panel.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Well, I got some questions for you, brother. Like, I'm just curious. Being off grid, okay, let's say I want to go off grid. What would you recommend I do so far as what to look for in land? What type
by
of
the way,
land
this
should
is
I buy?
Brian Phoenix.
Well, you
new
have-
on the panel
Yes,
here.
sir.
So, hello, good to see you.
I can answer.
Hey, Tommy, it's been a minute.
What
Yeah,
you do
nice
is
to see ya.
you look for property with no CCRs, like no covenant or anything like that, and you buy that parcel for really pretty cheap, and then you rent a bulldozer and build your own way in there, and depending on how long your driveway is gonna depend on how much it actually costs to put a nice gravel road in there and stuff like that, and you just live off the basics, I retired and was injured in a union, so I got a decent settlement, and then I just bought my own place like I was just talking about, and built my own shit in here, and milled my own wood, and firewood and all that because it came with a shit ton of trees. Okay, so I mean, I built my own solar system just off YouTube videos and learning how to connect batteries in series or parallel, and just basically built my own paradise on 20 acres. Yeah, my house isn't real fancy, like a big 4-bedroom place on the river or anything like that. You know, but you got to be willing to work for it, man.
Yeah, that's for
You,
sure.
you can't.
Hey, Ryan, tell
Yes, sir.
us the chat doesn't know who you are, so give us a little bit of background on
Man, it's
yourself.
been a long time, guys. For whatever reason, I haven't been getting the live.
I don't know
Oh, I
if they
think you
can
cut
do
out.
that kind of thing in Canada. I don't know if they even let you live off grid in Canada, but I
They're
basically
pretty
just,
picky out here. Depending on where you buy
yeah,
your piece of property, you have to, in a lot of cases, build an actual structure on it and not live in some kind of a motorhome or a portable shack or something like that. It's got to be a real house with a foundation and stuff like that. So they're a little bit picky on that.
yeah, my house is on blocks, and you're allowed to still do that in Alaska, like treated wood blocks, and you could just buy a nice parcel of property and build your own dream home, have solar. Of course, you're going to need a good generator and gas in the winter, but I mean, it's doable. I'm pretty, I mean, I graduated from high school, but I'm not the most educated, and I learned how to, put my own solar system together off YouTube. I mean, anybody can do it, Tommy. It's not impossible to just
Yeah,
build
I hear
your
you.
own place and
Sounds
stuff
good.
like that.
Yeah, it's like getting away from the man. You're not renting or anything. You're on your own. It's your own property. You can do what you want. That's cool. That's the way it should be for everybody.
StreamYard does what StreamYard wants.
Yeah, you kind of petered out there when you were talking about yourself, and then you dropped right out there.
I love the colors, by the way, Tommy. That's the Seahawk colors you're
Oh,
wearing
really?
tonight, right there. Yeah, blue
Right
and
on.
green,
Good.
baby, all the
Good.
way.
Telescope says he's running for politics there. He's given some information about that. Are you really doing that? You're going into politics now. Well, you're definitely educated enough to be able to do a good job. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, I would assume that you'd be on the Democrat side of the fence there.
So, do you think whoever wins the next election, like say it's a Democrat, Tommy, then the borders are gonna flood right open again, and
There we go.
then it's gonna be free child trafficking and fentanyl for everybody in
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
loser
If the
Democrat
Democrats get
cities
get
again.
back in, it'll be business as usual, the same as it was when Biden was in, because that's just the way their party is. They're brainwashed into thinking that there's no borders and that it should be free for all, and everyone in the world should be able to live wherever they want and
Yeah, and
do
give
whatever
them
they
all
want
free
and
shit once
steal
they
and
get
rob and
here and all that.
do drugs, open drugs all over the place. Like
Yeah,
that's their
on the street.
mantra. They do that in the States, and they do that up here in Canada too. That's what the liberals are all about. Absolutely. If they get in, look for all hell to break loose. But on the other hand,
Well,
the rioting will stop.
Well, they'll all smoke fentanyl, and all our paramedics have to do is just scrape them off the street. So I guess there is a positive view to be had of fentanyl because they will self eliminate themselves basically.
Yeah, it's funny politics and what the differences are between the two parties, and the people that join the parties are so polarized, on one side or the other, and it's almost like there's a hatred between the liberals and the conservatives, unfortunately.
Yeah, didn't you sign that petition to separate Alberta from Canada? You want a
Yeah, I signed the
separationist?
petition on Saturday. I went on a
Yeah, I seen
convoy. I
that
was
on
live
the
streamed it.
clip.
I met up with Pat King, and both Pat King and I signed the petition in Sylvan Lake. Where was Queenie? She should have signed up with us there, but she's like against
She's too
independence.
busy dreaming about pedophiles or something.
Oh my God. Well, what I can't figure out is how come you have a wrench over in her chat, and
Not
but yet
anymore.
okay. Since when did that change?
Since she started making AI artificial claims against Donald Trump that are not proven, and she loves Russia and not the USA. She wants Alaska to be taken over by Russians. She's a Russia lover, and I still gave her a break over all these years, but
Yeah.
finally
Well, if people want to know
unsubscribed
where I'm
from.
coming from, I'm a conservative up here in Canada, which would be Republican in the States. Am I a Trumpster? I support his way of thinking and what he does for his country to make, America great again. I like the things that he does with the tariffs. He's tariffing to bring the jobs back home, and eventually will work. It's like you got to suffer some pain to get gain. I know that his tariffs are hurting Canada because you guys aren't buying as much Canadian stuff because it's costing you more money, so you're more likely to buy American stuff, right? So it's hurting
Right.
our jobs, especially auto workers and stuff like
There's
that in
nothing wrong
Canada.
with that.
But so be it.
There's-
So be it. The world is changing, and what we
Yeah.
need to do is put up more tariffs against China and start to bring back some of those jobs where you're making socks and shorts and shirts and shoes and stuff like that you can easily make within your own country, and bring the jobs back to Canada instead of buying the cheap Chinese stuff. Put the tariffs up and bring the
That's
jobs back
right.
home. Like I think like Trump, and I thought about that even before Trump came out with these tariffs. I've been saying it for years and years and years that tariffs are really the answer to bring the jobs back and to quit buying this cheap Chinese stuff where they're paying them $1 an hour over there, and you can't afford to compete with stuff like that. Common sense.
Yeah, we're about to build a natural gas pipeline in Alaska. Glenn Farn from Houston, Texas is overseeing the project, and there's
Pipeline.
already
Where is it going from to?
the North Slope of Alaska all the way to one of the local communities right here on the Kenai Peninsula, and we're gonna have cheap gas in Alaska and export it at the same time.
Right on.
So
Hey, look at
they
there's a
got
good
their construction. They got their construction permit. So hopefully
right
we'll
on.
see a pipeline building by 2028.
That sounds pretty
These
good. Get some natural gas down to the lower part of the state there. Hey, we've got Like Father, Like Son, who's a streamer who has a channel on the internet. Check out his channel. If you want just type in !link, and my bot will drop your link to your channel, or just do a search for @ like father like son. What is it? 1018, and you can sub up to his channel there. Check it out. We like to promote other people that have channels in the chat here. And same thing with Deb's Crazy Daily, who's in the chat. Sub up, go over to her channel and sub up there too. Deb, you might want to type in that link so that my bot can drop your link. But crypto has crashed there lately. It's going down, and I personally believe that crypto will go down even further than where it is right now. It's on a downward slope, and so far it hasn't recovered from dropping. So I'd say don't buy at the moment if you're into Bitcoin that I'm talking about in particular. Wait for it to drop even further and start to trend upward in a meaningful way before you do any buying of Bitcoin.
So far as I can tell, the charts suggest it's going to be somewhere between 50 and 60.
What's that, 50 and 60,000? You think it'll bottom out?
Yeah. I mean, this particular run. At the moment, yes. Based on history and the charts and by the percentage of how high it increased, the head and shoulders. Basically, yeah, just long story short, 50, 60, somewhere in between.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not bottomed out, in my opinion. It goes down, and then it goes up a little bit, and then further down the next time, and it still continues to do that at the moment. So, yeah, I saw a guy doing a stream earlier there today, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, buy crypto right now." But no, right now is not the time.
But this is only 4 to 5 times. Like history, if you base buying off of what history has shown, then you're only going to be right about 80% of the time. That's why a lot of investors would say to break up your purchases. So when you see it drop down, that's why they say buy low. Yes, it might go lower, but you still have that 20% chance it did, and you are hitting the low right now. So anyway, 80-20, it'll be between 50 and 60.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on. I've got the exact chart here for you to describe. Hang on. If I go like so.
A lot of people don't have the money to buy some of this stuff, but if anybody owns ETFs, if anybody owns paper currency like silver on the stock markets or gold, if you don't have it in your hand, you might want to change it because of what's happening.
There's the chart right there of Bitcoin, and that's actually the 5-year chart. So you can see over 5 years, it was down 50,000 in 2003 is where it was at, 50,000. And you can see how it's gone up to actually over 150,000. And now it's dropped down significantly to 93,000. It's actually not too bad even at 93,000, but you can see that at the very bottom end there is quite a bad slide. Here's the 1 month showing that it's on a downward trend here, and it hasn't recovered at all. This is still going down here. Here's a little bit of a recovery right here, but then it's on a downward slope again. So it could absolutely continue downward for quite a while. So I wouldn't buy it right now.
What do you think that's because people prefer to pay with cash or their card, and they don't really want to invest in crypto?
I think it's being pumped up. When something gets pumped up so high, then eventually it's got to go into a correction. So this is the correction that it's all going into. Plus, gold has gone up, silver's gone up, and then everything, gold, silver, and crypto have both corrected.
Yeah, and even copper, Tommy. Copper's going up.
All the same thing. All the metals have been pumped up, and now they're into a downward correction. So we'll see what happens. Telesco says crypto has even crashed because our economy will come back, but they bought it for less. Well, yeah, and governments can manipulate, anything, whatever they want. By, for example, if you're printing less dollars or something, then you might see gold and stuff like that, go down. And if you're printing more dollars, well, then of course, you're flooding the market with money and everything is becoming worth less. So then gold, silver, and stuff like that goes up in value. So I don't know exactly what the Fed and the banks are doing, but that's one way of influencing what's going to happen with stuff like that. Interest rates, the governments push those up and down, and they influence the value of goods and services. So combination of a whole bunch of things dictates where the prices are going to go. But cryptocurrency is not an investment at all. It's it's a form
I don't think so either, Tommy.
Not an investment. Speculation. You're speculating that something might happen to it if you don't buy it.
I guess
good to see you.
On-hand gold and silver could be useful in like a disaster situation or something like that, but you can still get those like junk silver bags. They've gotten smaller and smaller over the years, but I think you could still trade with that, but you can't eat it. You can't eat gold or silver, Tommy. You have to have a reliable source of food and water.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that crypto or gold and silver won't serve you. I mean, you're going to have to know how to fish and hunt and do stuff like that.
Live out on the
If
land.
it gets really bad, I mean.
Where you can live. Oh, let's see. There it is there. Yeah, this is where it is right now. This one right here. Ryan's back here again. Let me put this back on here. Okay. So that's where Bitcoin is right now. $90,201 for one Bitcoin. Just one. Which is pretty expensive, but yet it's dropping. So don't spend 90,000 for one, and then it's going to be worth 60,000 in a couple of weeks. That's not an investment. That's throwing your money away.
I just realized that the numbers that you're using are Canadian dollars.
Oh, it's Canadian dollars. Yeah, exactly. CAD.
So 50 to 60 is probably maybe 80,000 Canadian.
Change this.
Something like that.
Yeah, giving me a Canadian because I'm up here in Canada.
Oh, Canada, oh, Canada.
Oh my God. Somebody give me an audio check. Am I here or too loud or what?
It sounded good. Okay, this is American. 66,000 for one coin in the United States. Yeah, this is the chart that is, let me see, this is 1 day. I'll go with 1 month. or 6 months. This is the 6-month chart here. If you look at the 6-month chart, it has actually been dropping quite a bit. And if we look at the chart for 1 year, you'll see where
Oh my
it
God, who
actually
didn't
went
mute their
up.
shit?
Oh, hang on. I have to change this over so that you can see it. There we go. So if you look at the 1 year chart, or sorry, yeah, this is the 1 year chart. You can see how Bitcoin was going up. Right here is the peak. And then since that point, which is October, it has been on a downward trend. And then for whatever reason, right here, January 16th, it has really gone down fast and taken a little bit of a correction at the bottom there, but still it's on a downward trend.
Bitcoin is a scam.
In Canadian, it'll be somewhere around between 72 and 82, something like that.
It is like absolutely volatile. Compare, let me bring up a chart of, for example, US dollar chart. We'll see the difference. Oh, it wants to do the Canadian dollar.
Hey, Tommy, can you take a look at robot stocks if you get a chance? Like the new robot coming out?
Robot stock.
I think X or SpaceX or Elon Musk. It's called the Optimus, and they're building robots that you can like use, like literally use as a farmhand or something.
Oh, okay.
And they know how to hook themselves up and recharge themselves and all that. So you don't have to worry about that, right?
Yeah, that's
And
interesting.
then they just go back to work without any complaining or anything like that, right?
That's interesting. This chart here is called the US dollar index. What it is the US dollar index tracks the strength of the US dollar against a basket of major currencies, and was originally developed by the US Federal Reserve. Now check this out. It starts, this is the 1 year ago, okay? And you see how high the American dollar is, and then it has dropped, and is still dropping. Let me see.
Well, you know why BRICS will never drop the US dollars, because then they just collapse, man. If you look at the strength of the US dollar against BRICS, then they're like small fries.
Okay, but just look at this. You see how it's dropped here just recently? See how the US dollar has dropped? And right in here, where it has dropped, is where you see the Bitcoin has also dropped, right? So as the US dollar drops, Bitcoin kind of follows the US dollar. But looky here, if I go way across with the chart here, you see how high the US dollar was back in March of 2025. So it has really come down an awful lot. But just lately, it has dropped a lot right here at the very end. So that's interesting to watch that.
It's not going away, though. It'll come back up. It always does.
Well, what's happening to the dollar is that you have other countries are not using it to trade their oil. They have developed this new petrodollar, and they're using that to trade oil, like like the Middle East countries and stuff like that.
So you
Remember
think
before they were
BRICS is
using
going to
the
win this
American dollar?
battle? You think
For that
BRICS is
reason.
going to win this battle? I don't think they will.
Which battle?
BRICS, the American dollar versus the BRICS Bank.
Oh yeah, well, who knows? But once you have countries leave using the American dollar, they don't come back. They've set up their own thing, so now your dollar is worth less because less countries are using it. So it's like the new millennium. It's new. It's different than the world was in the past. It's changed, and it will never be the same. So get used to the way things are right now, because this is sort of starting over again.
Mm.
Okay,
Well, it'll never be worse than my grandma fighting through 1940 or to the dust wind battles of the lower 48. You know, uh, that was true famine. Like most people today don't know nothing about famine. They just talk about it.
Yeah. Telescope says silver has crashed already, but it may go down even further. Possibility. You can see how the dollar's dropping.
I don't believe
Probably one of the
that.
reasons that all of these precious metals are dropping too.
Okay,
Darwin
Tom.
will bring balance. Yeah.
Hello.
Balance them out. Epstein. Yeah, right. Epstein. Epstein's dead. He's not doing anything now to influence anything.
Oh,
Liberals love to talk about
bad
ghosts.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Can you replay that link I shared with you? I've got some friends messaging me saying they couldn't clearly hear it, and some of them know who the fuck it is, and they're not saying so in chat.
Oh, dear Queenie, I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. Ride my bicycle.
You keep playing that on purpose.
For Griff's. You've been served, goof. Queenie, won't you let me? Oh, dear Queenie, I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
Go ride your bike, 5-year-old. Jesus Christ.
For Griff.
What?
To ride my bike. For Griff. You've been served, goof. Queenie.
12th man, I'll tell you what. You may not know the person that was part of the biggest part of that fucking little clip, but I'll give $113 to the first person who puts who it really is in chat. And if Queenie doesn't know it, Queenie shouldn't be fucking speaking for him.
Sounds like a scam.
Ooh,
No.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's weird.
No. It's a real
You're gonna get $113 for what?
to identify the voice who put that.
I spent more than that on the Super Bowl.
Just tell us. Tell us who it is. Before I burp on the mic.
Oh my God. Chat has to tell.
Okay.
Maybe you
I'll
need
play some
another
music
beer,
and then tell
Tommy.
it, okay? Here's the music.
All right. Oh God.
Who is it?
This is it. We're going down. Light them up.
We're going down. We're going down. No, we're going for a trip. We're going to outer space.
Captain's log, stardate 3541.
Elon Musk gonna send you there.
Well, there's people in this community who know exactly who that human was. And there's a few who know my cough or my walker, my fucking attitude in the mix. And I don't mind being real. I'm not afraid anymore. What I have nothing left to lose. She fucking doxed me, man. I didn't want to be a fucking...
I'm doxed almost every day.
Yeah.
Not in my chat, but in other chats.
Yeah. So, Tommy, we called the phone company and said, look, we might need a phone number that we want to put out across Canada. Can you get us one? And so we're waiting for the answer back, and we're supposed to have it by tomorrow. If they call us and say the number you requested is available, we're going to go live tomorrow as a national support team from coast to coast.
Okay, that sounds good.
You want to be a part of that, Tommy?
Other than that slight difference, we have a great deal in common.
You want to be a part of that, Tommy? I want to make you a mod tonight.
Well, where is it? On what platform?
Well, it's going to be on all platforms because we're just going to like share the number and we're going to let internet companies
Sounds freaky. You sound like a scam artist.
Oh, probably. Before, I never even asked for a single fucking bandage, Wolfman.
Yeah, just wait till it goes live and then I'll check it out.
Yeah,
not sure what.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to be a part of what brings it together. I just want to be a part of what tears it down. Okay,
right.
Let's fucking do it then.
Because like I'm on Facebook, I have groups on Facebook that I started.
Yeah, no
run.
Shit.
Like,
no shit.
Canadians against NDP and Liberals. That's one of my groups on Facebook.
Oh my
God! Go get him, busy boy.
Canadians.
Sorry, I was talking to my dog.
To NDP and Liberals. That's it. And guess how many people are in that group? 28,000 members.
Nice.
28,000.
That's great.
So if you want to post something, post it in my group there. I'll give you automatic posting.
I'm not going to Facebook if you put a gun to my head.
You know where all the Canadian patriots hang out? They're on Facebook.
Yeah,
they're not on
I know. Too bad. They should learn YouTube and other fucking social media corners. Facebook is a fucking hostage situation. And if it wasn't for Facebook, railroaded, it'd be railroaded like all the other fucking social media situations encourage you to do. Use a fake name and protect your privacy. But when you befriend people on Facebook and they get to know your name, they get to do what Queenie's done. And I'm the fucking stalker. But I'll tell you what, we're going to learn in this. This bitch is going to fall harder than she ever fucking fell before. And it's going to come with law.
The 10 people. Hang on. I got news here for you. The 10 people that were gunned down in British Columbia were gunned down by this woman. Check this out.
Yeah. Perfect fucking timing.
Check this woman out. That's who did it.
Looks like Queenie.
That's not Queenie.
No.
I'm just joking
That's not
around.
a woman.
Yeah, well.
That's not a real woman. That can't be a real woman.
Time to be funny and time to not be funny.
I'm not funny.
I was talking.
You don't get to decide when I'm funny and when I'm not.
Posted this.
Apparently, you don't get to either. Fuck.
Railroaded. Do you know
What?
a guy by the name the Pleb?
I know who the Pleb is.
Okay, that's who posted this. Pleb.
I give a fuck.
You see that? Pleb posted this picture. This is the gunman that gunned down 10 people in British Columbia there today.
Okay.
Queer bait.
Tommy.
This is not clickbait.
Trans.
Tommy.
Trans
You'll see.
queer
You'll see
bait.
yourself. Just wait till tomorrow.
Mentally ill trans queer bait.
But I can get up tomorrow and borrow. I don't know. I probably could encourage some kids to get in the fucking truck, bring their cell phones, and we go live from Tumbler Ridge. We're like 2.5 hours away. We have people in our community that
Why don't you do it? Don't talk about it.
12
Get over there and film it.
12
You
men
know how
for
many
1
subs
minute.
you'd get on your channel if you went live there on location where this happened? And
Tommy,
put a nice
I
title on
don't
your
want to
feed?
go live. I'm
Go
the
there.
tech crew. Listen, you guys are forcing me to come out of tech support.
You sound like a drunk leaking can.
Yeah. Where's Brett?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Look, I don't want to go live. I'm not the streamer. I'm the person in the background that's saying you are fucking echoing, and I don't mind standing up for myself and telling you that Queenie is fucking lying if her mouth is moving. And subpoena the family and the neighbors and she wants a mental evaluation on me. I'll do it if she does it. So let's go.
Yeah.
Drama. What the hell?
No more drama. 12 man, what are you going to do when you got to sober up for 21 days? What are you going to quit for 21 days to prove you're on my team?
I have nothing to prove to
21 day
anyone.
support group.
Well, don't then.
Alcohol, AA, AAA, is it AA? Alcoholics
Well,
Anonymous?
no, because this is a fight against the drunks, the this, the that, the social media addicts, the fucking food addicts, the whatever. I'm not picking any addiction problems. This isn't. I don't do that, and I don't pick on
claim
people.
that I'm too fat.
Oh,
like they
fuck
go,
off.
oh, look at him. He doesn't have a neck, or he's got a double chin, or something like
Oh,
that. So
who cares,
I'm
Tommy?
going on a diet. I'm going on a diet here starting tomorrow. So
Yes,
just to let
okay.
everyone know.
So Tommy, maybe you agree to quit eating burgers for fucking
Well,
21
yeah, you can
or
follow me
31 days.
on my life mission to.
What's wrong with hamburgers? I love hamburgers.
Give up one addiction for 21 fucking days.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll give up the cheese on the hamburger.
I'm not giving up a
no
hamburger.
cheese. No more
Sorry.
cheese. No cheese. Cheese is bad for you. And bread. And I'll give up bread. So the burger will just be just the burger in lettuce. You know how they sell burger with lettuce on the outside now? That's what I'll have to order now. No more bread. No more extra stuff on it. No more cheese.
No milk. No milk for you, Tommy.
No yogurt.
I heard this one guy talking about saying, like, everyone's lactose intolerant.
Spoonie, you can join me on my endeavors.
It all
starting
turns
tomorrow.
to...
We're going on a self-induced, watch carefully. Don't eat bread anymore. Don't eat rice. Don't eat, carbs. Carb-free diet. Stuff like that,
Oh,
that's a gay diet.
Living healthy. Eat more lettuce. More salad. Like, I know how to do it, but it's just doing it. It's hard to do it.
I ate
because it's
fruit.
Like somebody goes,
fruit.
"What are we gonna eat today? Pizza? Yeah, I want pizza."
Yeah, I've seen you eat lots of pizza.
Tommy, you know what? You're pretty fucking fly for a white guy and an old guy and bridge guy. And so if it isn't for guys like you that are willing to put some effort into teaching people how to use the internet and fucking get along or don't get along, I appreciate your objective view.
Who talked?
Well, like I know what happens when people attack me, and generally speaking, I ignore them and I don't fight back at all, because when you fight back, you both end up fighting each other, and nobody wins.
God.
And the only way to stop the fighting is to go to the court system and try and get a restraining order or something like that. And really, if one person just stops, then the other one would be going blah 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 for a couple of days, and then they go, that person isn't listening to me anymore.
Yeah.
No reason to be saying anything to them.
Tommy,
For that,
Tommy taught Queenie how to use the internet.
Well,
that's where it all
I'm the one
started.
that's responsible for Queenie getting on YouTube. So I accept that responsibility, and I take it proudly that I tried helping. I was being helpful, but how did I know that things would turn out this way? That's not my fault.
What the fuck is this? What's wrong with where we are, and why can't the soft, cushy court version be an actual, like, fuck around, find out how tough are you? I'm not afraid of a fucking restraining order, whatever.
Well, yeah,
did
no.
You ever,
but once
Tommy,
hang on.
Did you ever see Stampede
once one of you
Wrestling?
does put a restraining order, hang on. Let's say you put a restraining order against her.
Not
she
gonna
can't
happen.
say anything about you anymore.
Not
and if
gonna
she
happen.
does, she could be violating that court order. Likewise, if she puts a restraining order against you, then you can't go on the internet and say anything about her. So effectively, that shuts you up. And if you say something about her, then you have to go in front of a judge, and the judge might say you have to go 7 days in jail for being a bad person.
Sure. That's okay. I don't mind. If you know what, I'd even fucking do 21 days in jail beside Queenie and see who wins. While she's using the word proof and pedo and all the other shit that I was raised to respect. And so this chick's a freedom fighter. She doxes people because she gets mad at them. And then she can't even tell the fucking true story. And I get to call witnesses when she charges me with whatever the fuck her paper does. R.O. She's already she's already fucking made me guilty before I ever
played football, and I'd put you two in a jail cell and let y'all fight it out.
Amen.
But all you gotta do to knock a great big fat person over, like as a former linebacker, I used to be a line. Just put your elbows up and bump them, and then when they fall over, you got them. Man, fat people are easy to take down.
There you go. You can just fight it out.
I spent 3 days with Queen. I don't need
the restraining orders is to me, it's like being the wimp. You're wimping out when you do that.
Yeah. And then she's going online and fucking talking about my family. She's saying shit. Look, you know what the true story is about Juice and I? His wife was my best friend, and so was his brother. They both died the same fucking day. Queenie doesn't remember the story. She died at 9:30 in the morning-ish, Kelly's wife, and his brother died 12 hours later. She died of cancer, and he died trying to save a drug addict. I never fucked Kelly on the first night.
Hey,
and I don't fuck Kelly today.
Where are you? Like where
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Where am I right now?
She's talking about fucking.
Where in Canada?
I'm in northern Alberta.
Okay, so that's why, because you could drive down and serve Queenie yourself, couldn't you?
No,
Not that far.
if I'm going to serve her with legal or anybody, you cannot serve someone yourself. You need a third party. No, you need a third party. You need a third party to take it to the door, especially if there's accusations of stalking and other shit, abuse and stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I've served lots
So
of people.
I just hear
with
somebody
papers
who's
where I'm
obsessed with
suing
somebody.
somebody, you know, and I serve.
Why not just leave her
serve
the fuck
papers
alone?
myself. No problem. You can get a
Why
server,
not just go about
but
your
then
life?
you have to spend money on it to hire somebody to do it.
That's right, Tommy. It's a legal
Why waste
profession.
your energy?
Is
Why not
there
just let them
legal
be?
reason to do that? I never
You
heard about
can't
that.
let them
Then
be if they're fucking
setting a
doxing
restraining order is a
you.
different thing than monetary type suing.
If they're doxing you, just record it. You're able to see it. If you can see it, other people can see it. You have witnesses. You can record it on your phone, electronics, or whatever else, and then just go and report it. It's not that hard. Why put all this energy into somebody that you're all pissed off about? Why even bother slandering them? Why out them on a social media like you're doing right now? Literally, the thing that you're accusing her of, you are literally doing right now. So why not just record it and then report it? You don't have to waste your energy on some bitch you don't give two fucks about. It's a waste of your time.
Yeah, but who are you going to report it to?
Well, if she needs to report it to police, she can report it to police. She could actually
Yeah, the
get
police
charged
don't
if she's
do
doxing
anything.
and people show up. Well, then she has
Police
no.
won't do
Then
anything.
it don't
The
matter
police will
then.
say,
If police don't do anything, she didn't have to worry about it
It's
then.
not a criminal. As long as no criminal law has been broken, the police won't do anything.
That's right.
Well, it's a
That's
civil matter.
And the more
right.
that you
They're
respond to this
slandering you.
girl,
Slander's a civil matter.
the more that you become inflamed and respond to her and show up in the places like this and talk shit, the more that she sees that, the more she's gonna try and piss you off.
Okay, but let me tell you another little story. I have a bunch of people in this that I've loved for fucking years because they were real freedom fighters. And this chick is using those people's names and saying that she's
Womp womp.
yeah.
The solution is simple.
Yeah.
Treat
You're
it
right.
treat it like blah blah. Be who you are. Your real friends will stick around and notice that this one is a lying sack of shit and that you're telling the truth, if that's the case. And your friends that she's talking shit about will know it too. And everybody will know it. She's going to out herself. The more that she talks, the more that she complains, the more she slanders you, and the more you just like, and the more everybody will realize that she's a crazy bitch and you're supposedly the normal one.
I agree with you. And I hope this is being recorded, you know. So, if we were going to close this chapter on Shanna and Allie or Railroaded and Queenie's fucking drama and she could bring her papers, what song would you play me right fucking now?
Not one single song.
Oh, fuck you, 12th man.
This one.
Come on, Tommy.
I'd go to 12th man's house. That's what I'd do.
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
Fuck you, Queen.
This one.
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. Kumbaya, my lord. Here, practice with me. Kumbaya. Kumbaya.
My lord.
Kumbaya.
Oh my
Ride my
bicycle.
Lord.
Kumbaya. All all in a
Lordy,
circle.
Lordy.
Let's hold hands. Cool.
Lordy 40.
What do you
wood on this
think,
fire.
Tommy? Do you
Quick, pass
think
the
Bad
drinks around.
Bunny brought Kumbaya to America? He covered him earlier.
Oh, somebody got an AI song.
Oh, we're going to hell for this bit.
Okay, everyone. We have to stop the stream now because I just looked at the clock and it's after 3 o'clock. And my
man, I still got another 8 hours to go.
Is 3 o'clock. So thanks a lot, everyone, for being part of the stream.
Love you,
Lots of
Tommy.
haters out there.
Yeah, there is.
Do your thing, bruh.
We try and do our best,
haters.
but it's a tough
Preach.
job.
Praise.
Maintain
the haters,
cordiality.
Get some Jesus.
But bye-bye, everyone. Everyone have a good night, okay? This is the
God bless.
final chapter of the show.
Have a great night, Tommy.
Tommy Temper's truth is his guiding light. With a wink and a grin, he's taking on the fight, spilling all the tea in the YouTube live. From the hot tub to the Rockies, he's living it free. Tommy Temper's the streamer we all want to see. Oh, Tommy Temper, you're a great guy. Battling trolls with a
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your company. Let's do it again soon, okay? And you guys, Queenie Railroad, stop it. Stop that fighting. Just ignore each other. Give it up. Actually, that was the wrong song, but it'll work. Yeah, let's go. Get your own song. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye for